Alright, we're live. We haven't started yet. Make sure it's here. Okay. Where are you?
You know, I got to make sure my hair is okay.
Right.
Okay. You know, I got to make sure my hair is okay.
I just sent y'all the link. Alright. So, you ready?
I'm ready. You want to introduce everything?
Sure, I'll do it.
Start off like that.
Hello, everyone. We are back with the Issue Talk on a new episode. Today we have Lily, as always, the co-host, and we have a couple of special guests, Sharonda and JB.
Okay.
If you haven't already, gone ahead and hit that subscribe button on YouTube. Also, be sure to follow us on Apple Podcasts. On Apple Podcasts, leave that 5-star review. Also, Amazon Podcast, Spotify, Stitcher, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. So, what would we like to talk about first?
Okay. So let's get into today's news. Let's start off today. What's going on so far with the president, with the elections. Let's start off with Georgia, or the state of Georgia.
Okay.
So let's start off with that. As we know, the Reverend won. Let's call him the Reverend. And after he won, white people decided to quote unquote riot. And in the mix of them rioting, they committed terrorist acts. And no one is saying that. These are terrorist acts because they tried to storm the fucking Capitol.
They did.
They did. They definitely did.
They kicked up in there.
So, how do y'all feel about the situation?
Well, for me, first off, I would like to say, I'm not surprised in the country that was never designed for us to protect us anyway. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, if we go back to the foundation and we look at the history, they used to hang black people and just not no arrest. So this is what we coming from. They didn't even consider us human.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there's no...
3/4 of it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not surprised. White people have been able to maneuver the way they have liked, because this is a country for white people, by white people, in the famous quote of Mr. Tupac Shakur. So, I mean, for real, if you go back and listen to that White Man's World, like, you know what I mean? Yeah. It's like black people, we've made progress. I'm not going to discredit the progress that we've made, but we still got a ways to go. Mm-hmm. So that's my take on it. I'm not surprised. Martin, remember that? What was that, Lindsay? Run Tell That, or my dad's gonna have you.
Yeah.
Like, give me a ticket, officer. I gotta learn. Look,
right.
We already. So, I mean, that's my take on it.
I think, honestly, I seen this coming. You know what I mean? We knew that Trump has been, antagonizing for the longest. He's always been putting out tweets and things to uprise his people. You know what I mean? Well, his followers to do something crazy once he was gonna part. You know what I mean? And that's what the whole stand down was for. And then just all the things he's been doing for the 4 years he's been in office, knowing that he was never going to win the second one. But he's like, put the doubt in people's heads about the democracy. You know what I mean? He anything that you put on the news, he's like, it's fake. he put everything in the question. These last 4 years, he's always put everything in the question, like if it's real or if it's fake or not. Even if it was real, he's saying it's fake. You know what I mean?
Right.
So nobody knows what information to trust now. And now when he said that I'm not gonna leave, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Quietly. Basically that's what he said. So all of the followers, I mean, they're freaking
He's our
they crazy.
President.
They're crazy.
They're going to carry me about this.
They're extreme, you know what I mean? And he even said, put down into people's heads about the election. Like, it's not going to be fair. So he already put that stuff out there. He set the narrative already, you know. So, I mean, this is not a surprise to me. I knew something was going to, and it's not over. That's the sad thing. It's not over. People talking about civil war and this. I mean, because he got some extreme people that following him.
Yeah.
And I'm just waiting for a 10-year sentencing, like he said with the BLM. You know what I'm saying? And they were, you know, there was some rioting going on, but he had put a tweet out like, anybody who messes anything up, or you get 10 years. So let's see this 10 years be carried out for somebody who done
kicked in.
Federal building, everybody, that's a felony.
Everybody that did anything, they
Tampering with mail.
They felon. That's a felony.
Tampering with mail.
Right.
Dude left with mail.
Come on.
He had his feet up on the desk like he worked there.
So
That's crazy, man.
They was carrying out podiums and everything.
4 people got killed. All the people that was in that building at that time, 4 people got killed. They should be accessory to murder.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So just like we would be. If we done kicked in somewhere, you know what I mean, and somebody died on our watch, and we was there, you accessory. Even the getaway, you do a robbery, the getaway car, he wasn't in there. He still is getting the same amount.
For that.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
So he incited a riot.
But at the end of the day, this is a country where people of color get locked up and get time for the exact same thing that somebody of non-color can go home and don't even be on house arrest.
Yeah.
Right.
So I mean, you know, this has been what it's been for as far as I can remember.
So do y'all agree that that it was or a terrorist attack?
Ooh,
Straight terrorism.
Straight
They
terrorism.
stormed the Capitol. Come on,
It
man.
was tyranny at its finest.
Come on, man. Straight terrorism. But, you know, again, when you look at the history of how they treat terrorists in this country, that are people that, let's say, look like him, they get treated with dignity and respect. I was telling one of my coworkers, you know, my thing is this. I don't hold no fault against white people for not understanding, because their experiences is different. But my experience, you know, shouldn't be discredited or disregarded because you can't understand it. You don't have to understand it to respect it. I mean, it is what it is, you know. So just kind of one of those things. What was that boy that walked in that church and shot all those people?
Yeah.
By definition, what is that? On American soil.
Yeah, that was definitely terrorist.
And that man walked out that building without a scratch on him. That man selling cigarettes in front of that store. What happened to that man?
He got murdered.
Well, and he was a man of color, so I mean.
Hey, if my memory serves me correct, I think dude got arrested who shot up people in the church. They got him a cheeseburger.
Yeah, they did. They went to work.
Took him by and gave him a cheeseburger.
They said he was hungry. They went and got him something.
It's always been different.
Crazy.
Always been different.
I think most of it is because the officers, they looks like their kid, who looks like their brother, who looks like their sister. You know what I'm saying? So it's hard for them to shoot somebody who looks like. We don't look like them, so it's easy to do that. I even heard, like down in Florida, they use target practice of people of color. You know what I mean? As they target to shoot. Like, that's crazy.
But this is how they're being trained.
This is how they're being trained.
Well, most fields are taught to stereotype. You know what I mean? Like, I'm a nurse, and in my nursing program, I'm taught to stereotype. When you see people of color, you treat them this way, you assume this way. And this is how this is what we're taught. We're trained to stereotype.
Oh, okay, hold on. Time out. Because I've never known that. So you telling me, as a nurse, they teach you that if a nigga come in there, you gotta act a certain way.
a person of color, a Chinese person, a white person, a foreign person, yes. But and I got the book at home still.
No shit.
I didn't believe it till I saw it.
Yeah.
That makes no fucking sense.
Yeah. Well, they teach me how to address you, how to approach you, supposedly how you're gonna react. Like they teach us the stereotype.
But you supposed, I mean, you're a nurse, so you're supposed to treat everything with compassion.
Yeah, and maybe I didn't explain that exactly right. Like with difference of people with different cultures and ethnicities, like it's disrespectful for a woman to speak to a man, and I want to say the Asian culture. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So they'll tell us to swap out with a man and let a man go speak to him, or a man don't address a woman in this culture. So from that aspect, you know what I mean?
Well, in that aspect, that's fine. I thought it was more or less of like,
Oh yeah, it get great.
when the niggas come in, hey, shit, if they talking all that extra, find out what the insurance is first.
Yep. No, well, it's more like they may get aggressive. You know, it's more like they're more prone to have families led by women. You know, so yeah, different stuff like that. That's a whole other topic for a whole other show, man.
Yeah, I was about to say, yeah,
that rabbit hole goes deep.
Yeah.
And like
they're taught the stereotype. They're
this type of person come in and they look this way. This is how you treat them.
Yeah. And then they're given the stereotypical background of these certain cultures and what their family life might be.
Right.
Because I remember seeing in her book something about like black people may come from a single family household.
All that.
Stuff like that. And I'm like, what does that have to do with why I'm here? I broke my arm. Like,
exactly. That's what I'm like. Dude, what does that got to do with it?
Again,
see here, you broke your arm, sir. When's the last time you meet your dad? Like, I don't give a fuck about that, bro.
Well, again,
that ain't gonna make my shit heal any better.
Well, again, that's America, and that's how you're trained to see a person. That's the image and the idea that they planting in your head, like for school. So, like when you looking at these officers or anybody in the field that has to deal with a diverse group of people, yes, I believe they are taught to stereotype.
So anybody that doesn't recognize it, that's as in some part discrimination.
My husband will tell you, I was having to fit through school. I was having to fit through school, and I had to, for me to finish my program successfully, I have to answer the way that they want me to.
Wasn't there something in there that said like a black person they live in a household and they got bugs or something like that?
That was my sociology.
Sociology.
And I stayed clashing with that teacher. Yeah, but poor, poverty. They come from poverty.
And bugs in their house.
Bugs in their house. Yeah.
I mean, I had bugs in my house. You know what I'm saying? Don't put me out there like that. Bad
parenting.
That's a matter of demographic. There was a bunch of white folks out in my neighborhood that have roaches too.
Yeah. But that ain't what the text said.
That ain't what the text said. The whole neighborhood have roaches.
Yeah, no, that ain't what the text said. The text said when we get that, what is it called? A nuclear family. It's the husband, the wife, the children, middle class mostly. Like that ain't what the text said.
No bugs.
I ended up having to.
That's a lot.
Drop that class.
Right.
Everybody got ants.
I had to drop that class so me and that teacher kept class.
Yeah, that don't make any sense.
But this is education textbook in America.
Yep.
So when we look at the
like
situations
this,
this,
needs to be torn down and rebuilt because it's always it's designed to keep us down.
Yeah.
All fast, all the way.
So check this out. I got another one for you. So when I took when I took business and management, my teacher stood in front of the class and told us somebody got to clean the toilets and somebody got to be the janitors. Now, mind you, I'm the only black person in this class.
It's ridiculous.
I was mouth to the floor.
The funny part about it is, see, this is when your pay needs to come out. Yeah, you're the only black person in the class, but you know you're not the dumbest.
Right.
So you should have looked at somebody like, yo, Kate, she was talking to you. Like you should have kept it real like that. Like, shit.
So you a black man.
Some of us gonna like it, some of us not.
So you a black man, you don't understand the experiences of a black woman. Let me tell you.
I don't. I'm not gonna act like I do.
As a black woman, soon as I put myself in that suit, anything that I'm trying to do is discredited, because from the moment I walk in and I wear weave and I got tattoos, from the moment I walk in, I'm aggressive, I'm angry, I got an attitude, and they waiting on me. They waiting on me to do that. So, you know, I try very, very hard. I'm not gonna say I'm successful all the time, but I have decreased my acting a fool moments in the midst of company. You know, I might go to my car and call my friend like, girl, but I refuse to give them what they want. I refuse to feed into the stereotype. I refuse to feed into that judgment. You know what I mean? Because from the moment I walk in there, so that's the hard part too. But, you know, I definitely had my objections, and, you know, I'd explain that to them. You know what I mean? Because it's a certain type of people. I feel like in any type of culture, you got your good of this type and you got your bad of this type. I don't think all white people are bad. I don't think all black people are good. You know what I mean? So,
you got good people,
and then I know some ratchet white people who will flash.
Yeah.
So I know some, you know, I was telling, was it you, Lindsay, about, you know, meeting another nurse in one of the rural areas, and she got to talking about money, and girl, you know, it's hard for us single mothers. And I'm like, I'm not a single mother.
I remember that.
You're not a single? No, I'm not. I've been married 15 years.
So she just typecast as a single mother.
I'm a single mother. You got kids, girl. You out here working hard. You know it's hard for us single mothers. Mind you, I wear my ring to work.
This is the thing.
I don't know, man, because you probably didn't have your ring on it.
Oh my God.
You take your ring off. So.
That's what I don't understand. Because I get that and I understand that completely. Like, well, let me not say that because I don't understand that completely because I'm not a black woman. But my thing is, shouldn't your work ethic speak for itself, where you should be able to be outspoken?
Let me tell you this: I have to work twice as hard.
Exactly.
Okay?
Exactly.
And the minute I slip up, that's my butt.
Exactly.
The minute I,
exactly.
Know,
so when you know you dot your I's and you cross your T's, shouldn't you be able to tell a motherfucker what you're doing?
I'll tell you this. At my graduation, I'll tell you this. At my graduation,
all the T's that's crossed
at my graduation,
they removed the dot
never
from your eye.
I have never been so shocked, and I got 2 witnesses that was at my graduation. You know, for an award that should have went to me that just went right over my head, and I made it. And again, I'm one of the people that got to work twice as hard. I got to make sure I'm following the rules to a T. You know, and I tell younger black women that get frustrated, don't look at that. Keep your eyes on your race and do you. You know what I mean? Because then you put yourself in a position to where you can make a difference instead of giving them a reason. Right. You know what I mean? Because even, you know, every time I go to school or whatever, even in a graduation, you still got to be mindful, you know, bridges that you got to cross later, the people that communicate to one another, you know, your reputation down. Don't give them a reason. Put yourself in a position to where you can make a difference, you know what I mean? And then go about it in a different manner. Yeah. It's challenging. Because it's challenging.
I know it's hard for us.
Oh, man.
I couldn't imagine. Just even in the little minutes of me listening to you.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Man, look. If I
crazy.
Told you
because I get in the moments where I just be like, and I tell my boss like, hey, you might just not want me to go to HR. I'm not gonna sit there like that.
Yep. Right.
I'm not gonna go for that shit.
Yeah.
Right. So we have someone that wants to join in. Okay. And give us a name. Hello.
Hey, what's good?
What's up? What's up?
Peace and blessings. What's good? It's your boy Seven. What y'all talking about today? What's the topic? I see y'all having a good conversation.
Well,
talking about
I
said what?
We look at the film, I guess.
What you doing, man?
We're talking about insurrection that happened in the election.
Okay, I can't catch y'all that well. I'm sorry, I can't hear y'all that well. But I'll listen in though. I appreciate y'all letting me on. I can't hear y'all that well though. Okay. I don't want to mess up the flow. Y'all have a good one though.
Okay, thanks. Bye.
For sure.
Okay.
Yeah. But to the answer to your question, it gets frustrating for me. I done had so many frustrations where I had to just go to my car. Like I've got to a point where I just remove myself and just go to my car, like just listening to. Because when you implying about black people, clearly I'm sitting here and I'm black. You talking about me.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So, I mean, it's not easy. And I was just telling my husband I won't go back to school. I go back and forth with it because I was just like, man, I don't think I can endure this environment. I don't think I can endure this environment. Like, this would be the time I snap. And then with the subjects like this, my son about to be 17. My baby wear his hair braided. He wears half the time he got his headphones on. And I just was saying, he got a friend that live around the corner and he wants to walk around the corner. I tell my son, no, you can't walk around the corner. Mind you, we've been in our house for 10, 11 years, and I still don't feel safe with my son walking his friend home because my baby's black in this white neighborhood. He wears earrings on and he look like these people that, our neighbors are scared of right. Walking in his own home. So he gets frustrated with me because, he don't understand. But the last thing I want is somebody hurting my baby because of how he looked. Now, mind you, my son been an honor roll student all his life. My baby is on the track team. He on the diving team. My baby work a job. Like, he is like one of the textbook model students.
Mm-hmm.
But he's dark.
Like I said,
he wears a hood.
That's right there.
Mm-hmm.
He's dark. He wears a hood, and when you see him,
he looks like one of the people who they
kill
on the news.
He looks just like one of them.
The system is designed to keep us down. So when we see all of these people that's protesting, really rioting, we don't see them on the news as much doing
they don't look
crimes.
like a threat.
You know what I'm saying? They don't look like a threat. So that's why when they on there, people are like, well,
they're not
they were just protesting. You know what I mean? Nah, they were rioting.
But this is my thing with the American people. Look at all the arrests for the mass shootings on American soil. And who they look like? They don't look like my son.
No, they're sick. They have mental illness.
Oh, that's mental illness.
They
have mental illness.
That's what they throw that into.
You know what I'm saying? So they always are looking out for them and theirs. You know what I'm saying? And I think it comes to a point where we got to start looking out for us. You know what I mean? And I don't know what that looks like. We've seen Black Wall Street do it, and we've seen how that ended too. So it's kind of hard because it's like we got to just deal with it and just hope enough people, white people, see how we're being treated like an Emmett Till type deal. Leave the casket open. I want them to see so they can see. Okay, now this ain't right. I think some eyes have been opened from this Capitol incident. You know what I mean?
We'll be disappointed if they don't get arrested. We'll be disappointed if nobody is brought before a judge. We'll be disappointed if nobody serves jail time for this terrorist act.
But our expectations aren't up though. Our expectations are low as hell. So when they don't, it's like, okay.
I'm about to say this is where we get to the issue where we start upsetting a lot of people, black, white, Indian, whatever, included. Because I'm gonna say this. I have no idea why, and God bless the dead, the 4 people that lost their life. But I have no idea why wasn't more lives lost. Because it would have been no way that anybody of any other color could have did that without having super casualties.
Right.
Like, I mean, super casualties. Yeah. Like, I think one of them only died of a heart attack because he tased his own self in the dick. Yeah, like real shit. Real life. You look this shit up. I'm not even bullshit. Like, y'all did the bare minimum. Where we seen where even white people that protest for us they get mowed down by charges. Yeah. Like, so I was surprised of the less casualties that they had, which brings me to the question of how can I word this? You agree with the people of color who are saying that this was actually just a riot for change and not it was, a terrorist act. Because I think, in my opinion, it was a full-on terrorist attack. And if you look like me and or in my demographic and try to say that it was just a what's been going on with the government, you are Samuel Jackson and Django.
Yeah. Well, can I say something on that?
Yeah.
So, again, we get off into experiences, because just because they're people of color, like example, at my job, I work with a lot of Black people, but they like Jamaican or they don't have the experience of growing up in America Black. So just because they're Black and they look up, and again, these are the same people that's watching the media. These are the same people that's looking at what's portrayed. You see what I'm So that's so broad because there's so much to come with that. Like, I don't understand a Black Trump supporter. You know what I mean?
Either.
But on
I have no idea why.
But on that same note, again, experiences and belief systems, and for whatever reason,
some people just like to go against the grain, to be honest. And I think if anybody is going to agree and say that they were just riding for change, they're trying to save face because they've been rocking with this dude, and they know if they was to admit that they were wrong, then they have to admit that they were wrong following the dude. So to save face, like, oh man, because I had a dude tell me I'm in the barber shop, you know what I mean? So I done heard all the excuses, you know what I mean? It was what's their name? Antifa. The video I seen, somebody opened the door. They were let in. They were invited in. You know what I mean? So it was like, man, but I'm like, okay, what side of the building was that on? Because right. Sides of this building exactly. What side I broke into? Somebody breaking in. Going in. It was only until that lady got going to that room where the actual people were in, the representatives was in, she got shot. Right. She wouldn't have got shot if she wouldn't have went in that room. You know what I mean? Right. And I think a Black dude shot her.
And us, we would have been shot on the page.
Yeah. We wouldn't have made it there. We wouldn't have made it to the door.
I heard of a case where a lady was driving a little erratic.
She didn't even
make it to the barricade.
She did a U-turn and they shot her down.
So this is clearly white privilege at its finest. And there's no other way to cut it. You know what I mean? If a Black person wants to rock with that, shame on them, man, because there's no way you can justify what happened there. There's no way. And like I was saying, I was watching it the whole time, and I'm like, dang,
I thought he was playing.
I'm like, ain't no, I thought he got shot, no pellet. No rubber bullets yet.
This can't be
real. Nobody got, because I can't help but get the image in my head of a protester at the BLM march having a sign up and a police officer just spraying them. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, don't nobody just spray? You know what I'm saying? Like, what the hell is
that's the whole thing. They started with that, and then they ended. That's what they ended it with. Except the one cop that shot the light.
We tried to get into the room.
Yeah, they tried to get in the room. My thing is, what I didn't understand about certain Black people is that they agreed with everything that was going on, but at the same time, when it comes to us, they was running, they was mowing us down. We couldn't even get that close.
Right.
Let alone, and when I say us, I don't even just mean us, I mean everybody that the move. Because they was mowing white folks down too.
Yeah.
But remember, I was gonna say, during the civil rights, white people who supported civil rights and was for freedom for Black people, they got treated. And they got treated worse.
Yeah. I just don't understand it. I just really feel like this year eye opener for everybody because it shows us just exactly where we're at in this whole pole of what is respected and what is not respected as far as race. Yeah. Not even race. It's just as far as privilege.
Privilege. Right. Yeah.
Because you got Black people that are still siding so they can still get the scraps off the table.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what a lot of people don't. They're not paying attention to. It's still a lot of black people. A lot of any person of color that is siding with what happened because they're so used to the scraps that they're giving them off the table.
I have a guy that he just married a Caucasian woman, right? I mean, this dude was like pro-black at first, but since he married her, I've seen a change in his conversations now. Now it's more kind of anti-black. And like he's been sitting in a room full of these rich white people because she got money. These rich white people who've been having their views on different issues, and he's adapted those.
Yeah.
And it's like because he's living good now, you know what I mean? You know, he sold his house. Now it's like he has to agree. You know what I mean? It's like he has to agree. And I think a lot of the people that
won't be outcast.
Damn, there you go. A lot of people that their work environments, they're the only black people. You know what I'm saying? It's like they can't be that one because they get treated differently. You know what I mean?
So I got
it's different.
I got a homeboy that went to the feds for 6 years. He's an avid Trump supporter. But when he got out the feds, when he got his little job and where he worked at, predominantly white, and so he adapted that policy because he, you know what I'm saying, after he went, you know what I'm saying, after he came out of the feds, this is where he adapted that way of policy, not knowing that. And I tell him all the time, you definitely with a lot of motherfuckers who are never gonna let you sit at the table with you.
Right.
They just appreciate the job you're doing.
Yep.
You're a pet dog.
Yep.
You know, but he posts a bunch of shit, and I always talk to him about it because I be like, I just feel like you lost focus at one moment because true enough, whatever niggas do outside or whatever, we know what I'm saying, and we all make mistakes. You can't count niggas out for that because you feel like that you was hanging with niggas in there, and that brought you to the fix. Working with these white folks. Man, I appreciate that you good. Yeah. I respect you all day, nigga. I've been knowing you since we was little.
Yeah.
So I respect you all day. But don't look at them niggas like they are safe.
Right.
Don't do that. Because at the end of the day, how you got it in the soil is how you gonna get it when they, you know what I'm saying, when they cut you out this job.
Mm-hmm.
So don't get it fucking twisted.
And that makes sense though. Because I'm thinking about my friend Bob. You know what I'm saying? He against the government that when Trump came in, that's what made him a Trump supporter because Trump is really like anti-government for the most part. He don't do nothing the way of a politician because he's really not a politician. So he's like, I'd rather rock with him because I'm so against the system and the movement and all of that. So I'm gonna just rock with him. But I'm like, I wouldn't take that stance either though. You know what I'm saying?
Because you're still taking a white man as a savior.
Bang.
At the end of the day, and you know what I'm saying, I don't want to downplay any of my white homies or anybody white just listening to that, but as a black man or as anybody of color, the only person that's supposed to save you is a motherfucker that look like you. That's the, you know what I'm saying, in my opinion. That no one has their own opinion about anything, but you're supposed to look at yourself in the mirror and try to save yourself. Save yourself means that you have ties with this person and that person, then so be it. But that person, this person, and that person shouldn't be the dick riding that you do. You should dick ride yourself every day for knowing these motherfuckers so you are able to save yourself. That's just how I look at it. I don't look at it whereas, you know, well, I just hung out with a bunch of my Indian friends and they were the ones that made me money, so I'm just fucking with them Indians. Or I just hang out with my Italian friends. My Italian friends, you know what I'm saying, made me, so I don't fuck with nobody but these Italians. At the end of the day, these motherfuckers are going to cut you off. The only motherfucker's going to be there for you is your mama. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes, or your grandma that raised you, or your auntie that raised you, or sometimes like me, the sister that raised you. You know, and that motherfucker look like you. So pay attention to the motherfuckers that look like you first. Because you're going to get hurt a bunch of times.
Sometimes it's the situation, though. So if you make $500,000, you know what I'm saying, a year, right? And you got somebody in office that's going to protect your money, you know what I mean? Then you probably going to roll with that person, you know? But if you don't make over $250,000 a year, you're middle class. So you're going to roll with the one that's going to protect the middle class. So it comes to a point, what class are you at? Because, I mean, the Mayweathers, the 50 Cents, the Lil Wayne, they're like, shoot, Trump. You know what I'm saying? Because he protects their money, in a position to protect their money. And at the end of the day, it's the bag. The bag is what matters for people. You know what I mean? And if anybody's going to protect my bag, then I'm going to roll with them. I'm not going to roll with somebody that's going to constantly be in my bag. I'm going to roll with the one that. So I understand why some people, but that ain't my friend. He ain't got no money. You know, like, or certain white people that roll with this guy, they ain't got the money. How you broke?
But he ain't for you.
And he ain't for you.
Right.
That means you don't put the race past the money.
Exactly. That's what I was about to say. Don't put the race past the money, because that's what niggas are doing. And in your case scenario, exactly what you're supposed to do. Whoever's chasing the bag, like you chasing the bag. That's just the way of the order. That's it.
Right. Because that's what he does. Like, he plays to that audience about money. He's able to get the people that's just looking out for themselves and looking out for money. But then he also plays to the racism card too, because there's a lot of people that's going to give him his vote as well. You know what I'm saying? So that's the reason why you got all them redneck motherfuckers at the Capitol breaking in there and shit, trying to stop the vote, because he's playing to that crowd as well. You know what I'm saying? That's the reason why I've been saying for the longest time, you have Republicans, you have Democrats, but then you also have Trump supporters. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a whole different. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's damn near a party in itself. You know what I'm saying? So,
and I'm not hosting or nothing, but I want to pose a question now. This is a question that goes on in the barbershop.
Here's the question.
Is Trump racist?
Yes.
Okay. First, we need to define what being a racist is versus being prejudiced versus being classist. Because you have classism. He's all in one. Okay. Because what people are saying is, how was he not hated so much before he became president? He was rocking with Mayweather. He was for the some of my rhymes. You know what I'm saying? Back in the day. He was ain't got money. He built himself from nothing.
Right.
But then a lot of the stuff came out with really money was left for him. And stuff too.
I want to answer that. I'm going to go to the bathroom.
Okay. So that's the question is, why wasn't he labeled a racist before he got in office?
He was labeled a racist before he got in office. If you remember the Central Park 5 situation,
right?
Back in the 80s, he took out a full-page ad in the New York Times calling for them to be murdered for the crime that they did not commit, and he still to this day has not apologized.
So did he think they committed it at the time?
A lot of people thought that they committed the crime because they were teenage boys that were in Central Park at the same time, and they were wrongfully accused. And with them being minors, they didn't go about it the right way. They coerced them. They coerced them into getting
to admit that they did it. So really, that's not racist though. Call for their life.
But when,
because if you did this lady's life,
no,
then
no, the lady never died.
No, she never died.
She never died. She was beaten. She was beaten down there to death, but she never died.
Okay. And the killer walked past the police in blood.
No, I understand all that, but if his mindset is that they committed this crime, they need their life taken. That's not.
But
racist.
No. First off, you don't die from. Like, you're not supposed to be put to death because you did something that wasn't murder. So that's one. For two, when it has been proven that they did not do this, and all this evidence has come out about how they went about it in such a racist way to get these kids charged with this crime, you still didn't apologize?
Yeah, but he's
still doubling down. Like, he still was. But doubling down, right? Because like the prosecutor apologized. Like a lot of people.
That's something that I don't think that we haven't even got an apology for being put in slavery.
So,
you know what I'm saying? I think we just got one.
Can I say something to address what you said?
I
had a conversation with my kids, and I think what JB's getting at is when you think about a racist, you think about somebody who despises, who disgusts, who wants nothing to do with
black people,
whatever their race is from. When you think about prejudice, a prejudice. So in my opinion, I feel like I deal with more prejudice than racist because they automatically feel like they're better than me or I'm beneath them because I'm black. You know what I mean?
What learned in college, racism deals with power.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you cannot be racist. Absolutely correct.
So you can have two black friends.
Yeah, you can have two black friends,
but be racist.
Yes. And then you cannot deal.
You can't.
Yeah, you know.
So that's the thing that I think when you think about somebody person who's disgusted with me, I don't want you sitting by me. I don't want to bring you if you're disgusted because you look this way. But then, like in my experiences, and people get offended and won't come to that self-actualization that you're prejudiced because you do treat me like I'm beneath you. You do treat me like you expect to be better than me. And you do treat me like you were superior because, you know what I mean? So that's what I'm thinking of.
I just can't believe that the leader of the KKK has a black friend. I can't believe that. Because she is the ultimate racist, right?
So that's what you would think.
I can't believe that he has a black friend.
But if that's it benefits him to some type of way.
That's what I'm saying.
So that's not a friend.
I have a black person in my house.
You know what I'm saying? That's not a friend though.
Because that's what they label it. That's what I was about to say. This is what they label it. Because I totally understand that because I at one point had a racist. I didn't know it was a racist friend until certain things came out, especially with this Trump era.
Right.
And I realized he was racist. And when I asked him about it, his thing was, "But you're Troy."
Mm-hmm. They look at you different.
He assumed that I was a safe nigga. Mm-hmm. And because he assumed I was a safe nigga, he can spew whatever things he felt like he felt like saying. Mm-hmm. Because I wasn't going to do anything because I wasn't hostile because I greeted him first. You know what I'm saying? I gave the olive branch to him first. So he said,
one of those blacks.
Yeah, I'm not exactly. I'm not one of those blacks.
Have you ever heard him say nigger in your presence?
I have not heard him say.
You know what I'm saying?
But now hold on though.
Do you think he?
But that's what I'm about to say now. But I've heard people around him, and that's how we class because the people around him was easy, and when I checked them, he had a problem, and when I said something about it, he said, "But you're Troy." Like I was just supposed to laugh that shit off. I'll slap the shit out of one of you niggas. How about that? You know, okay, so there I was about to take my mask off. This shit was the case scenario was at the time I was a substitute teacher. And it was the last day of school, everybody get together, we had a little party. He went to the man that I'm talking about, I thought we were great friends. I thought we were cool because we met there. At his party, a couple of his friends, which were white, he went down to this the alternative school because he wanted to see what it's like on the other side. I wasn't paying attention to none of this at first until they got to drinking some more. Mm-hmm. More and more, one of them got to drinking. It was a lady. She was like, and I quote, "Well, you just wanted to hang with your nigga friends." And I said, "What the fuck? I didn't mean anything. I'm just, he grew up around y'all, so he felt like he owed y'all something." And I'm like, "What the fuck do you mean? He don't owe me shit. He don't pay me. So what the fuck are you talking about?" So as we got to talking, she was like, "Well, let me just be quiet. Niggas can't say nothing." No. And I'm like, I just threw the whole coffee table at this point, because it was like weed and shit out there at this time. Let me tell you, the whole bad teacher thing, that shit is real. The last day of school, these motherfuckers go hard. They smoke weed, they do coke, they do whatever. Listen, I throw this table, I'm going off. He pulls me to the side. I'm like, "Hey man, get your fucking friends." I tell them motherfuckers to get the fuck out of here. I'm not gonna be the nigga to say, "Hey, I'ma just leave." Nah, y'all gonna make me leave. Either get them motherfuckers out here, or I'm gonna stretch every last one of these niggas out. Period. And he like, "Well, don't do that. No, why would you do that? You're Troy. You don't do that. I'm like, what the fuck you mean what I don't do? I'm not gonna go for disrespect.
That's what I don't.
I didn't see that about you. What do you mean you don't see that about me? And I knew right then and there, I made the mistake of befriending somebody because I thought it was just cool in my demographic. I befriended him because I'm a substitute teacher. I need to know the school. I need to know the people around me. So since I'm substituting for this class, let me know who the real teacher is. What I failed to do in my due diligence was pay attention to
outside of school.
Pay attention to what the fuck he was doing outside.
There you go.
As long as we was in school, it was
professional.
Exactly.
Now
that's what I'm saying. So that was a college, not a friend. That was a college.
A good question. And about racism, it seems like, again, in our experience, because most of the time we're only Black people, it seems that Black people tend to be more mindful around white people, for lack of a better phrase, to make them uncomfortable. But in your case, nobody cared about your comfort or how you feel.
That's
and we're talking, you know what I mean? Like my daughter, she got little white friends or whatever. So when they're over, I'm mindful of things that I play on TV. But again, these are children. You know what I mean? And I'm mindful of their experience when they're in my home. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, I know a lot of their family is probably uncomfortable with having, their child in a Black home, especially because of the stereotypes, which is because most of the little Black kids' parents are still together, But in any event, when
we are mindful of this.
When BET comes on, we're mindful of some of the stuff that's there, and we're mindful. But I wonder how my child feels when they're in an environment at their house.
Because racist people are not going to switch up.
Yeah, they're not going to switch up.
A leopard never changes his stripes, no matter what. Now, in a professional setting, yeah, that's their money.
Yeah,
they're gonna let that get. But outside,
my daughter came home and told me she was upset with me because she told me that she seen the Confederate flag in one of these people's houses. First thing was, you can't go back over there because this thing about to get real.
Get out.
So she was, her dad. I don't give a, you know what I mean? Like, so then I feel bad as a parent because I'm telling my baby, like, if they got this displayed in their home like that, they don't like us.
So you don't feel bad about that. That was a teachable moment.
Yeah, they don't like us. And I feel bad. Tell them they don't like us. So I ain't trying to hear it. You can't go to no more of their parties. She can't come back over here. You can't go back over there. Period. You know what I mean? But as a parent, I felt some, and maybe she ended up in a room she wasn't supposed to be in, but I feel some type of way that my kid is the only Black kid over here in this environment, and y'all got this Confederate flag displayed. Yeah. I didn't know that. I've been in their house, I've met the parents, and I thought, that I did pretty good at leaving my kid here until my baby came home and told me that. Then my daughter told me I was overreacting.
Maybe that's what it is, and that's what I want to tell you. The low races, I never let
you mean low
ranking? I mean, the racist is not in his bag. He's the one that's not gonna let you in his house. He's the one that's befriend you.
So you have different levels of racism.
Yes, the racist that, you know what I'm saying, is to his bag and know where he's getting his money from and know where his bread is buttered. He gonna let you in there all the time. He gonna let you in there because he's sick. He assumes you safe. And the thing is, the problem with that is, what he does is he'll certain racism inside that shit. And the minute he sees you agreeing with it, that's when it all comes out.
Could it be prejudice though? You see what I'm saying?
No, it has to do with
it's a real fine line between
and
prejudice, because the racist, right, doesn't like you because of your skin, particularly because of your race. And he feels like he's better than you, and he's superior to you. You know what I'm saying? So, and they don't want to be bothered with you. Like,
hold on.
Prejudice is more of a prejudge. I prejudge based off of what I see on the news and all that. I don't really want to until my experience tells me different.
Hold on, but I was about to say I get what you're saying, but I'm gonna take that from you because I'm gonna add this. A racist is gonna have you around all the time because one thing a racist wants is it ain't got nothing to do with prejudice.
It shows you.
I want to look at you and see every day why I don't fuck with you, why I don't like you. And what they do is they'll make you seem like everything is comfortable. That's what they've been doing for years. See, what they do is they treat you like a pampered pet. They bring you around. They show you around all the connects, all the good people, but they never let you sit at the table. They just want you to be cool with the scraps they throw. But they'll never let you sit at the table. You know, so that's what a real racist does.
I can see that.
Yeah, that's prejudice is one thing. Prejudice comes from and being not knowing your privilege and being poor. That's where prejudice comes from. Racist is knowing where you are, knowing the power you have, and allowing you to only go so far. Because I have power. That's what racism is.
I can see that.
So the prejudice ain't got nothing to do with it because you can change a prejudiced person's mindset. You will never change a racist. Yeah, you'll never change a racist.
I think what
a lot of people think they're racist, but they're prejudiced because they don't know.
I believe
there's one thing to know and still don't like it.
I believe like all white people have a bit of racism in them because it's passed down to them through DNA. You know what I'm saying? Just like trauma and stuff is passed down to us through DNA. That same stuff can be passed down to them. You know what I mean? So,
but I think that's a form of
prejudice. The experience is what changes the racist. I don't know if you know the white lady who did the experiment of the blue eye and the brown.
Yeah.
She broke it down. She's like, we all are born racist until you change the experience. Is only, or if you count something like that, is only the way that you can change the races. You know what I'm saying? But you could, that goes to the different levels that you were talking about. The low level and the higher level. Because their experience is telling them, nah, this ain't right. But they still trying to hold on to it a little bit. So they'll have a friend. You know what I'm saying? Or a couple of friends here because they experience something different. But then when they get around their friends, that other that's tugging is saying that this is what it is. It kind of say, well, they have them conversations that they wouldn't have around Troy. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I don't know, man. As I said, it's a fine line, man, and I think the America itself has this racism about it. You know what I'm saying? And until they get that experience to change their views on this thing, they're getting a lot of experience through watching it on the news and social media and all that stuff. So they're kind of seeing like, oh, okay, it's kind of changing their way of thinking. That's why they didn't vote this guy in, and why Biden won by landslide, because I think the George Floyd and all of this stuff, man, it exposed a lot of things that they didn't know about us. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people don't want to know. But a lot of people is like, man, shoot. If you show me, I'll watch. And now I'm seeing like, oh shoot, this ain't right. This is clearly not right. You know what I mean? So to see a dude have his knee on somebody's neck for 11 minutes, that ain't right. And that changed people's views, and they vote. I believe that changed they vote too. Yeah. You know, that's just my opinion though.
Yeah, I'm sure that factored into it.
Yeah. That's like what was that war? When they was over there, and until America got to see the actual footage of how bad it was.
I think it was Vietnam.
Was it Vietnam? But and so that's kind of what that reminds me of.
And kind of the same thing with the civil rights movement.
Right.
Once they put it on TV, black women got come in, and stuff was happening to the white folks too. That's what America saw. Right. Hey, this ain't right. They're asking for civil rights. How come we can't give them civil rights?
But some people already have it in their head that they don't deserve it until they see like that. They
deserve it. And because a lot of people that are not of color They don't have a certain fear of the police. They don't have a certain fear of letting their kid go out. They don't have they don't experience the same. I grew up around this stuff and I've seen this stuff. I've seen my husband thrown on the concrete, face down. He didn't do nothing. I've seen police pull guns on my son. My baby was a baby. Okay? Talking about, and then they gave me something about people hide stuff on babies. My baby probably wasn't even 7, 8 months. These are my experiences. You know what I mean?
I tell them the whole.
No, my point is just experience.
Well, I said I'm going to hide something.
We're about to run the whole game like this is what happens. See, look.
Well, because the people tuning in, they don't know what's happening.
Well, my point is, a lot of my coworkers and a lot of, my classmates, they have never had these experiences.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So until it's like, dang, now it's like, dang, that stuff is, y'all get treated like that? I've been telling you this is how we get treated,
Well, listen.
They think you can.
But again, that's like, trying to tell somebody that they can't identify. Like, I'm trying to feel you, but I can't.
They can't relate.
Like, I can't. I just can't relate.
Their belief
system won't
allow them to.
You guys are overreacting.
Right.
You guys are overreacting.
Yeah.
Why does everything have to be so serious? But
and they really feel
and
that
they
way.
really feel that way.
They really feel that way.
Yeah.
They don't see
They
it.
come from environments where police help them find their dogs and pull over and help them here. I mean,
So as far as that is concerned, can we 100% fault them for not comprehending their
We
life?
can't. I don't think we can.
no, I'm gonna say this.
Except the people that
I'ma say
have
this.
tried to listen
No.
and still don't get it. I mean, I don't see how you could hear us, see it, and still not. It's like some people don't want to.
Yeah, stuff.
They just
Right.
throw their mind in the air.
That's what I was about to
They
say.
don't get a pass.
Yeah.
But the ones that actually try to get a pass, or try to see and relate and be like, okay, I see what you're
And
saying.
in this
But
day and time,
no, ain't no but.
But
So you don't pass me. You don't pass.
That's what I'm about to say. It's all about taking the accountability.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, man, rich or poor, as a white person, the privilege that lies into that. So if you don't take ability to that, and you don't actually speak out for the wrongs that's been going on to people of color, period, that's when I have a problem. I don't care about, the situation of, I tried to do this and I tried to do that, and then nobody want to listen to me. That's cool. That's fine. All right. But to know and not say nothing,
You're guilty.
I was about to say you're just as guilty as everybody else. And to type of people that try to justify the blatant bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
The shit that, like now, they'll say her name. Say her name. I'll say Breonna Taylor's name. Say her name. To this day, I'm sorry, I still don't know this bitch name that died at the Capitol. And you know what I'm saying? And I'm not even worried about it. You know why? Because she was committing a felony.
There. How you gonna say her name when she's committing the crime?
can I
You
ask
can't.
so
Somebody
let me
was
ask a
asleep
question.
in their house,
Exactly.
and they in somebody else's house. You know what I'm saying?
So
They
I
broke
got
in
a
somebody
question.
else's.
I got a question. Check this out. If you on the plaza, let's say, and you happen to notice somebody being beaten or somebody about to get shot or whatever, do you intervene or you just keep going?
Did I see everything, or did I just walked up on it?
So all you know right now is what you seeing.
So it's a black woman or a black man?
Yeah, that makes sense. Hey, you gotta put that up.
Right.
But I ain't gonna, I'm just keeping it real. I'm keeping it 100 with you.
They like that.
If it's a book by the police, I ain't got shit to
I ain't
do with
even
that.
saying police.
A regular crime being
A
committed.
regular.
Oh, no, I'll stop that. I've been there, done that. I'll stop that.
So you would intervene.
Yeah, that's white or black. I'll stop that.
Yeah.
Because I've been in both
I got
situations.
another situation because somebody could have been taking somebody's wallet or something, try to run, and he caught him, and now he's beating him up. You know what I'm saying? So
Exactly.
I'm saving him from a legitimate butt kick. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So my point.
I've been in both scenarios, so
My
yeah.
question is, on the outside looking in, from my intake of, a lot of the white people that I've encountered, that's kind of, because now we in a time and age where a lot of this stuff is exposed. So they like walking into seeing stuff happen. And we grew up, You know what I mean? So it ain't nothing new to me. This is why I'm like, you know what I mean? The unjust, but for a lot of people who didn't come up in that, again, the experience, you just coming up on something, now it's televised, now I'm seeing.
Let's say they've been living on a rock for the past 50 years, maybe, but they have enough information and they've seen enough footage to know exactly why certain things are not being done and certain things are being done.
But because they feel like this ain't my fight.
They could feel
that was just why I asked that question. You know, because you out and you stumble into something. You know, is this something that you want to be involved in or not?
They can, as long as that energy is the same all the way across the board.
It has to be all the way across the board. Don't say it's not my fight when it's, you know what I'm saying, because you're a white person and you see a black man getting it. It's not your, when you see white people fighting white people and you be like, I ain't got shit to do with it.
If that's your energy,
if you want to interview,
I respect that.
Exactly. If you want to be like, slow down, buddy, what's going on when it's two white folks? You do the same thing when it's me getting fucked up.
Yeah. That's true.
All right, so that is that topic.
Because we can go on that. We can go on that.
So let's
hold on. And another thing.
All right, so let's talk about some. Yeah. So a couple months ago, the sequel to the game came out, and it's called True to the Game 2. Everyone here at the table has seen it. So let's discuss. How did you guys like it overall?
I like it. For one, I think I like 1 better than I like 2.
You should.
You know what I mean? I think I like 1 better than I like 2. I seen a flaw in 2. So the flaw in 2 was the black truck that nobody hopped out of, but was just following homegirl around. What's her name again? The main Gina.
Yeah.
He was following Gina around, right?
Mm-hmm.
And once they never showed who it was, I'm like, man, that's Cordell. What's his name? Cordell? Or
yeah,
that's him. It has to be him. Who else is going to be following her around? All the characters is there. Wadir.
You know that you know think about it. That black truck did follow the shit out that bitch
from the beginning of the movie. That's why I was like, they should have never even showed the truck. Period. If you was gonna come back, don't show the truck because you already showed your hand with this truck following around. And once you done presented all the characters, there's no one left but this fool. Yeah. We didn't have a funeral. You know what I'm saying? So we don't learn from Power. If you ain't seeing their body dead,
but that's the problem. That's the problem.
Ghost ain't dead. He didn't have no funeral.
We're not doing that.
We're not doing that. All the money this dude had, we done seen.
There was a lot of
He had a memorial.
He had a memorial a year later, but I believe he had the funeral. But this is my thing. In the first one, he died. We literally saw him take his last breath.
I thought he just bled.
No, he took his last breath in the arms of his fiance.
Yeah, he would get revived all the time.
There was not.
My father died 4 times.
There was not.
He died 4 times.
He was dead.
It looked like that nigga show got shot in the heart to me.
Yes, he was dead.
Look, they got
heart
transplant.
I don't know too many niggas that can get hit in the heart and just walk away.
Right.
They got heart transplant.
Get somebody
life support for a year.
Right. He was
obviously. That fool came back.
10 months.
Hey, but he got scrapped up too, though. Like he wasn't all the way ready.
So let's just start there. Right. He was dead in the first one.
Nigga
dead as dead.
That nigga's a Cordair fan. That's my nigga. My nigga was dead. My nigga made it. That nigga.
I'm just saying. My dude, he went to college and stuff. He already got out of college. He moved to Philly. He became a Muslim. You know what I'm saying? Shit, all the time, man. Hey, I'm rocking with my dude.
But the thing is that you're right. If you don't have a body, then you cannot assume that they're dead.
You can't.
However, we had the body. The nigga was dead. Period. You know what I'm saying? And for him to come back, I thought that was some bull. Now you're right. They shouldn't have had the truck. And I'm gonna say the reason why I feel that way is because I was watching this movie while I was working. I didn't notice the truck until you just said it just now. So that was a shock to me. I was like, where is he at? Why is he here?
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
vantage point.
Yeah.
So he just popped up out of nowhere.
To me, he just popped
so the truck
out
had to be there.
Okay. I noticed the truck when she left New York.
No, I think it would have been.
But I thought it was old boy. I thought it was old boy.
I was trying to kill him.
Yeah.
Not until he showed his face.
Yeah.
He was actually in the house.
Yeah.
And the truck is.
I thought it was old boy because I was confused because I was like, shit, how the fuck did this nigga follow this bitch but then take a flight at the same time? Like I was confused as fuck.
You know when they first in the truck?
I'm like, damn.
You know when they first showed the truck? In the beginning of the movie. At Nana's house or what her name was? The grandma's house. He was outside the grandma's house. Gaggett.
Yeah.
When she left to New York, before she left, she hopped in the whip. He was across the street in the black freaking truck. I'm like, so he done went from Philly to caught a plane from Philly to New York.
He laid low.
From New York to Cali.
Yeah.
And nobody spotted this.
All I want to know is how much money this nigga had.
He got me.
Yeah, he had bread. Really?
He had money, but this nigga got stupid.
He got money from when Chris Brown died. He left there, and when he graduated college, he got the money.
Nigga, right here.
He got the money right from Chris Brown's inheritance.
Hey, bro.
He moved to Philly.
Hey.
He didn't want to take over the guardian position. His uncle was trying to pass down on him. He said, I want to be a hustler. He stopped dancing.
That's the dopest concept.
Stop dancing.
Something movie.
Duncan.
He got that money from Chris.
He got the money from Chris.
And then he flipped that shit like 100 times. You know what I'm saying? With his nigga. You know what I'm saying? With his nigga, his feet. And then put him on the side of that. And then this nigga just been living his life driving around in Cadillac trunk. While he's supposed to be dead this whole time.
So I got a legitimate question.
You don't call me Sugarfoot.
I'm sorry.
That's
in front of company.
Hey, listen.
I'm sorry, James.
My man James. I love his concept of it. That would have been the way that movie went.
My question is this. I was confused with if the guy was falling for her or not until he punched her in the face.
Yeah, I thought.
Oh, that punch was real. But I knew he was a sociopath. I knew because they never ever remember in the first movie when Cordell was like, this is the first time I'm meeting you. You know, I don't know. And at the end of that, he was like, you have met me before.
Yeah.
I think something went on in his past where the great disdain this guy.
Yeah.
Where he had a great disdain.
He had this fixation on him, didn't he?
Where it had nothing to do with her. It was like that's because he was a filthy nigga.
Be him.
Yeah,
he wanted to experience what he
wanted to experience because he was he was a filthy nigga.
I was confused with that whole ordeal.
Yeah, he a moaner, but he was gonna fuck that bitch. Just because he fucked Cordelia's bitch.
Was he gonna smash? Yeah, gave it to him.
Yeah, just because before he popped her noggin, he was gonna say, oh yeah, and I fucked Cordelia's bitch before I shot her in the face.
So then all that was just with his obsession.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know. The talking was like, "Are you falling for her?"
Because that part.
So he even was like,
that part had me like I was lost in that story.
But that's only because they didn't dwell on that. They was lost in the sauce because he was so obsessed because he knew.
He was so obsessed
but just like you did, ain't no one in the world to love you. Ain't gonna have your money like that.
Exactly.
He knew that bitch had Cordelia's money and he needed that fucking money.
Well, remember the money came in, kicked her out the house, took all the legit money that he had, took over all the businesses that he had. So for all they know, the mama could have had everything.
Nah, but like he said, they ain't in the game. They wouldn't know what to do. that nigga was sitting on too many M's.
Yeah.
He said that shit. He point blank knew mama ain't got nothing to do with it.
I think somebody even said like, how much money does this nigga have?
Yeah.
Somebody said that in the movie, like, how much money does this nigga really have? You know
I said the shit watching like, how much money this nigga?
That's impressive. That nigga was impressive. But you know who was more impressive? That nigga. The nigga in part 2, the dude's friend, associate past friend. The nigga the one got a gig from prison. From having a prison. Prison.
Pretty thug.
Yeah, this nigga got a score in a movie. From prison.
He got a lot from them.
He got a ridiculous look.
Shout out to
Yeah, he was on ridiculous.
He was on
ridiculousness.
John Paul has something called something. It ain't ridiculousness. It's something else. But he's the host on that. That's the first time I said
that. Shout out to the real pretty thug nigga. He's a pretty thug.
Yeah,
dark skinned niggas can never do that, bro.
Oh my God,
light skinned niggas, man.
Hey,
man.
Please don't go to the dark skinned.
If you light skinned,
I ain't never seen a dark skinned nigga from prison come out and score a movie and shows because he was free.
He wasn't just light skinned. He had different color eyes too.
Yeah.
Okay, so you made it just as worse. You trying to make it better, but you made it just as worse.
But he
because not only is he pretty, he got cute eyes too.
And he knows
That's what you just did.
He knew how to take.
And you making it worse.
No, it was he was a star.
Oh my God.
He was a star.
Girl, listen.
That
nigga can ride my nigga anytime he want. Like that's
I tell you, that nigga's a real thug.
I was gonna say you real thug.
He just got a cage black on his neck, like he's a real pretty.
You're real like thug. Like I know a lot of light skinned niggas is tough as fuck. Like, you know, like don't get it twisted. There's some light skinned niggas that they real tough. They act tough. They act tough, but they ain't tough. Just like I know a lot of dark skinned that think because they dark skinned they can pull that tough shit off and they not. They soft as fuck. But, like you said, that nigga's a real light skinned pretty nigga.
That was impressive. We was talking about impressive.
Yeah,
that was impressive.
You impressed by a tough ass light skin, like.
Let's not make this personal. Maybe they do, because I didn't give him the role in the movie. I'm just saying. Like,
Cordell flipping, said coming from Stump Yard. I mean, that was impressive.
Oh
too.
my God.
But this nigga,
Cordell, he like me. He a brown paper bag nigga. He can pull that out. With us brown paper bag niggas, the way, but y'all respect us for either way we go. You know what I'm saying?
So what do y'all think about Lil Mama? Is that in there?
Yeah, Lil Mama was in there.
Hey,
he is getting roles now.
Hey, listen.
He's getting roles.
Listen.
She wasn't bad.
I don't want to sound like a creep, but shout out to Lil Mama for having one of them asses that look fat when she sit down. Listen, she ain't got no fat ass, but when she sit on that ass and that nigga pulled that shirt up, oh, that bitch looked like she had a fat. She looked like she had a fatty. No, she don't.
That was a stand-in. That was a stunt movie though.
Hey, you ain't never been in a situation where you been with a chick that
no
said
comment.
you. Okay, cool. I'm gonna leave it right there. I forgot who you were with, and I ain't even gonna disrespect you.
Hey, I've seen the eyes cut.
I ain't even gonna disrespect you like that, my dude. I'm gonna say this. I've been in situations where I got pictures sent to me of a chick that sitting on her motherfucking bathroom sink. That ass look good. And you like, ooh, and then when you see it, that motherfucker ain't that like that.
I ain't seen none of that. I don't know nothing about that.
You don't know nothing about that. Because you happily married and you love your wife and all that. I'm saying. There we go. I'm saying what I'm saying as a black man. Because black men don't cheat. I haven't seen any of that since I've been with my girl, because black men don't cheat.
Amen and they woman.
Before that, it was like a woman. Before that was wild. It was like so. Shout out to Lil Mama for having that bathroom fat ass.
that her sister, Gina's sister, and Biblical Fox, that
about that life.
she actually, and the sister surprised me. I didn't see that coming. But.
Now, as black people, we arrived to the movie late, so y'all gotta tell us about the beginning part because we didn't see that part.
Oh.
The beginning part was like
we did not see that.
It was ghetto set it off.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh my God.
Yeah, we didn't see that part.
Yeah, it was ghetto set it off. They arrived my man's dope truck.
Okay.
That was the beginning of it.
I didn't know.
So
So we heard about it, but we didn't see it.
Oh, we didn't see that.
Yeah,
most came in the movie when it was when she was at the op with her white boss.
Yeah.
Yep.
Damn,
really?
Most people seen it
Why
like
is
that.
Because they thought it was gonna be
how they cut it.
previews.
Because they tried to cut it so fast. Some people got one version, certain people got another version. That's why, because if you look at it anywhere, because when I went to, when I tried to rent it, they had a version that was 100, an hour and 15 minutes, and then it had a version that was an hour and 30 minutes.
Real.
So it's all on how, what you got. I think they tried to cut it too fast, get it out there, and they had two versions. They just said, "Fuck it, throw them both."
We went to the movies because we don't cheat black films.
Y'all went to the movies?
We went to the movies.
Yeah. I just rented it on YouTube.
We was the only ones in the movie.
Yep, we had the whole theater to ourselves.
Yeah. I rented the movie theater. Say that.
Like you gotta make it, cause you gotta make it boss, nigga. You gotta make that shit sound.
I ain't gonna front. I did have my camera set up to record the whole thing. But my wife was like, "Don't do that." I was like, "Man, damn." I was gonna be the first name. I was gonna be the first name with it. You hear me? Hey, sure, I paid my money. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'm waiting for 3 because 3 is gonna be coming.
It's gotta be because they just left it.
I don't like how it ended.
That ending was stupid as fuck.
That's because I actually liked the second one better than the first one until we got to the end, and I was like, "This is."
So you like the first one better than the second one?
I said until we got to the end. So yeah, ultimately.
Because I mean, that nigga hit her so hard. He didn't wake up for like 6-7 hours. Hey, I hit you good, didn't I?
Hey, shout out to that nigga saying, hey, because he was so smooth. He was like, "Let me see that dress one more time before I get up out of here." And as soon as she hit that corner, he gave her that shit from hell.
To the floor, I was like,
I did the same thing. My girl busted out laughing because she was like, "Nigga, you really thought that was funny?" I was like, "Oh my god."
We're talking about totally against a movie,
but that carousel punch was heard around the world. God damn, she did that carousel turn, and as soon as she seen him again, he served that motherfucker so dope.
The classic line was, "You hit me?" He said,
"Yeah, I got you good." He knocked the relaxer out that bitch head. God damn.
I can't believe you really hit me. Yeah, I got you good.
Good.
Damn.
Nigga, listen.
Whew, sheesh.
Hey, that was a hit her around the world. I ain't gonna lie. That shit gave me the stank face. Like, ooh, if that was a nigga, I would have really applied it. But that was a bitch, so I had to be like, ooh, like that was tough, but god damn.
I was confused because up until that point, I thought maybe he was actually being human. And
that nigga was savage.
Hell no. Yeah.
That's why I'm mad for Cordero. That nigga name?
Quadir.
That he put his pistol down when he had him right there. Just shoot him up. You know what I'm saying?
You supposed to shoot him up.
Shoot him up. Now we got like 10, 15 more minutes you can add in.
I'm gonna keep it 100.
To get a better ending.
That was all about testosterone.
No, and I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. I like you said, we don't agree with domestic violence, none of that shit like that. I'm gonna keep it totally 100. If a nigga hit a bitch that hard, he gonna whoop nigga ass.
Yeah, there's no way.
There ain't no way. In real life, he would have walked away from that because what he tried to do is take that bitch neck off of him. So when he seen the nigga that he wanted to take his frustration out on, and told that nigga put that shit down, let's handle this shit like man, He'll stump the mud hole in that nigga in real life. Facts. I'm gonna keep it real as a man. If I tell you go get your husband, I mean go get your husband. Like, no disrespect, not saying that you can't fight, not saying you can't. But I'm gonna fight with everything I got that God gave me. And I'm gonna beat the dog shit out of you. Not saying they ought to. Hold on, let's make it.
Don't mean you gonna win.
Yeah, I ain't saying I ain't saying these. Let's be clear about this. I ain't got no beef with these guys. I'm just saying, just like my man say that shit. Like, if I tell you, hey, you better go get your brother. Yeah. I mean, go get your brother. Yeah. Cause I'm gonna make this ass whooping work. Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? Cause that's
that nigga show up. Look like Shaq.
And then but you got like 4 years. I'm not putting my pistol down. You show up like Shaq. It's like this.
On that same note, this is the man that shot me. This is the man that just punched my girl in the face. Why can't he come with that same conviction, like, and not kill him? Like, that's
true, but you got shot 10 months ago. I keep hitting you in your sternum, nigga. It's over. If I pussy, it's over.
Yeah, he was giving him the business, but then he had the monologue while he was on the ground, and you see,
yeah,
that nigga a second win.
I didn't think that shit in the lab yourself to get choked out.
Like, where was them hands at in something y'all when Chris Brown was getting beat up? This nigga couldn't have them same hands. Where was those hands at when your brother was getting beat up?
My nigga, you know these is two different niggas.
Them niggas is the same niggas. Them niggas is the same niggas. Hey, that's my movie. I like Columbus Short, man. I like that nigga.
I love Stuff York for a long time.
I hate that nigga is a woman beater. I hate that.
A woman beater and a cokehead that fucks his life up.
He was gonna be the next Michael B. Jordan. Really? He opened the door for Michael B. Jordan to come in. You know what I'm saying? And do his thing.
He's stupid talented.
Cause he was, he had the what's that series he was in? Scandal. The biggest. Yeah. That nigga was going places.
I thought he was the Scandal.
I hate that the nigga did that, man. You know what I'm saying? But anyway,
it's that coke, man. You snorting coke, slapping bitches. You can never.
Oh my God.
That sounds like a Kansas City nigga.
Exactly, nigga. I swear to God. I said that shit the other day.
That nigga from the 30s.
I said that nigga is so Kansas City.
That nigga from the 30s. He's 36.
He's so Kansas. I said he's so Kansas City because that's the only person that can get right there and then get caught on.
Hey, niggas from the 50s don't do that. You know what I'm saying?
Niggas from the 60s don't do that.
Niggas from the 50s don't do that. Niggas from the 30s do that.
You was waiting for that.
I ain't gonna.
So I heard.
Listen, I know a lot of niggas from the 30s.
So I heard.
A lot of niggas from the 30s. So I ain't gonna do that. But I'm just saying, a lot of my niggas from the 30s, you know, they got problems. But it's cool. I love you niggas too. I'm a 6'0", 6'8" nigga, so I'm cool.
30 years later, we still got.
Yeah.
That sounds like a Kansas City nigga.
30 years later.
That sounds like a Kansas City nigga. I think that's why I like Columbus Short the most. Because he's so Kansas City, but he a Liberty nigga. Yeah. But, you know, hey.
Shout out to Columbus
Short. Or Jeff City. You're a Jeff City nigga.
I thought the nigga was from 36 and Bells.
Everybody say that shit. And because
that
nigga lived on 38 and Bells.
No, you thinking of the dude from remember Lucius, and you thinking
because she told me about that.
I'm from Overland Park.
She told me about that because I never knew. I always knew the nigga from fucking Jeff City.
Yeah. So we went to a private screening some years ago when it first came out. Remember, we went to the movies to see it. Yeah. They gave us the tickets.
To see what?
Something yard.
Oh yeah.
So that these questions, and if you answer them right, I know all of this stuff because they were questions they were answering.
And I never did.
And I let you know that she don't be paying attention there.
Did I remember him?
So my mom is watching.
Hey, what's up?
I didn't.
What's up, Auntie?
So my mama just texted me and said, what they mean about niggas from the 30s.
Okay. Okay. Tell them. Look, you're on. Tell them.
What's up, Mom?
You don't want to get shit.
Hey,
Shout out to the OG that got to stand in for it. Right. Yeah. Yeah.
all right, so, like, what's the next topic? Next topic.
Listen, I tell you, we love our dudes who the niggas hotheads, man. You know, that's it. Every dude from the 30s, I know is a hothead.
Y'all gotta do it.
You probably a hothead too, I tell you. Like, that's why you tripping. That's why you texting. You a hothead, like, I shut all that shit down.
I show up right now.
It's that hothead nigga shit.
I'm mad that she texted her, though.
Right.
She should have got up on here and said, hey, I got something to say.
Right.
Oh, I'm dead. That's funny. All right, so next topic.
Next topic. What we doing?
So I came across this picture in my travels of this man who had goals for his mate.
I think I've seen that.
Yeah, here we go.
They're realistic goals, too.
Oh my God.
Okay.
I ain't seen it, so
Let me read the goals. I'm looking for my queen. Ladies, please don't get mad at me or fight each other over me because I have a type. I have preferences, so understand that. I like women who's 5 foot to 5'7". She has to weigh less than 140 pounds because anything over is BBW and overweight. I don't do big girls.
Okay.
She must have a booty.
Yes.
Like those girls I look at nightly on Fashion Nova and a big chest. She must have a flat stomach and flat back. All your teeth is a must. I got a job making $10 an hour and I work 30 hours. And I work 30 hours a week on a good week, so I have time. I ride Uber to work so I can meet you or you can pick me up. I stay with my mom, so please, ladies, have your own crib.
Yeah.
Let me know who you are. My New Year resolution is to find a woman.
That's not his picture.
This is his picture.
No, it's not.
First of all, my nigga.
Make that as a joke.
No.
I like that nigga, man.
First of all, my dude, say stuff. God damn.
I'm gonna put a picture of him.
10 hours? 30 hours a week?
That nigga wild.
Whew. My nigga.
He said on the
Let's not announce this shit all week.
We get 30 hours on the
Woo. Woo, Jesus.
That's gonna be a joke.
But
No, that's real. That's real. You ain't trying to see it. Y'all don't be understanding a king when y'all see a king.
So
That's a king.
goal.
Damn.
I'm saying.
You
You gotta look at
Hey, King, I respect you, King. All day. I just like my girls a little bit over 140, man. I bench press 250. I gotta be able to like lift you with confidence, ho.
You gotta have something to hold on.
okay, so I have another one. 32, 8 kids. No, from New Orleans, Louisiana. Big Crip.
Knowledge.
Feel free.
Big Crip.
To hit the
I ain't
DM.
even a crip. I'm just gonna represent.
Feel free to hit the DM. Looking for a strong Black woman with a career, make a minimum of $200K annually to take care of me and my kids.
Yeah.
That can cook and give A1 head. Must be in
Ooh,
shape.
gotta give A1
Must
head.
own a home and luxury vehicle. Cannot weigh over 150 pounds.
Know your worth, King.
And
What's his name?
this is
Adore Jasmine. Adore Jasmine. Know your worth, King. Know your worth, King.
And you got expectations, man.
So, the question to the table is dating mate goals.
Dating make goals.
Shit, I thought I had it on lock. These two niggas to me, then I'm slacking on my Maggie. You feel me?
So, do you
Denzel and Michael B. Jordan.
Man, these two niggas got it.
So, do you feel like a goal should like you should have a goal that something that you.
I think
standards. Or should it be equal?
I think to have a standard is okay, but these guys, first off, they sound shallow for one, and for two,
I'm gonna be a devil's advocate right here and be like, wait a minute, hold the press. Some of y'all do the same shit. They ain't doing nothing but what these women have been doing for years.
Niggas just put it on post.
Yeah, exactly, bro. They just put it in the post. Y'all been doing that for years. Y'all have 5 kids by 4 different niggas. Be on living on child support and Medicaid, and say, I don't want to date a nigga with kids.
So one of the conversations, that me and Lindsay had before we came on this particular show is
on my asshole?
Well, we've been married for a long time. So dating now, I don't.
It's been different, but not really. Yeah. I would say this.
I was like, dude, can we really actually chime in?
I can.
Okay.
So
I'm gonna let you have it.
So basically, when it comes to a checklist, the checklist, this is your preference. You know what I'm saying? Nobody can take that from you. I didn't have it written down. You know what I'm saying? Now my wife, she fit. She fit the checklist. Yeah. Now certain things I could have took away. You know what I'm saying? Now she didn't have a Benz like I wanted her to have. You know what I mean? But she still had a car to swoop a nigga up. You know what I'm saying? We both can't not have a car. Then our relationship back much of a relationship. We have a phone relationship. I can't catch the bus over there. So yeah, standards. Some things you gotta speak into existence. You know what I mean? So ain't nothing wrong with that. Now don't get mad when everything the woman doesn't have everything on that checklist, or vice versa, the man don't have everything on that checklist. You got to be able to say, okay, that's kind of, not realistic. You know what I mean? Now the checklist first need to be realistic. You can't have somebody say they're gonna be making $200,000 a year. You know what I'm saying? Like, why would she want to be bothered with you?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Right. So have her, that don't make sense.
But you got that grade A $10 an hour dick. Shit. You know how heavy that dick is? I don't know. I'm just bigging up my man.
I'm just saying. That chick with $200,000 ain't gonna want to bother with nobody that makes $10 an hour. You know what I mean? That's just big. So you want to call? Come on. Is that going on?
Ain't nothing wrong with a nigga making $10 an hour. As long as that nigga fucking your back out, girl.
Yeah. So I would say, have your list. Don't not. So then when you meet the nigga, you know what I'm saying, and now all of a sudden it comes as a surprise to you that all of this other stuff that you don't like no more because you never had a standard, and now you done invested time with somebody that, damn, now I didn't tell you about the 7 kids. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, I didn't tell you about this. Oh yeah, I didn't tell you about that. It's like, damn. So now you stuck with somebody because you didn't have no standard. You had no checklist, and now you're with somebody that you don't want to be with, and you wasted a lot of time. So just like a job would do, they do an interview. You know what I mean? Yeah. And during that first date.
So can I say something? What is this man looking for? Is he just looking to date? No, what I mean is this long term or short term?
Is he looking for a woman?
Whatever it is.
Because
it can be long term, short term. In any of those.
So is she expected to maintain this throughout the entire time?
Of course she is.
He didn't say that, but I'm pretty sure.
But of course she is. Because he a king and he knows his worth. Shout out to you, King.
So what happens is too, I'll see where you're going. When you have these,
because when I met you, I didn't have any kids. No, I'm just saying. When I met you, I didn't have any kids. And when I had my son, I picked up weight with that. So when I met you the way I was then, I'm not no more. You know what I mean? Or people go through things in life.
Oh, but if we put that weight on you, we don't give a fuck.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
like we
my
don't.
people,
Well, we proud you. We
can't.
We walk you around. Like, you did that.
I can't speak for that
I've
nigga.
gone through.
What you want?
Also,
And once that, he don't want you no more.
I've gone through.
From what I gather.
I've gone through different things in my life, as you do when you grow with somebody.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
True.
So people change, things change over time. So, like,
that's why it's bad to really have those kind of expectations.
I mean,
because once they don't meet that requirement, no more.
This is my thing with that. When you're dating, what is your intention? Are you dating because you're looking for a potential life mate? Are you just living for the moment? Are you just like, what is your intention? You know what I mean? Because things change. You know what I mean? Like if we just kicking and we having fun, then it ain't too much to invest in here or go through here. But if this is something that we planning to build and grow with, then things change. So I'm just like, he sound like he's just trying to go to a photo shoot or want to take somebody somewhere or a class reunion or something.
Well, I'm gonna say this as a black king, like my man's a black king. I'm gonna say this as a black king. We don't know what we want as far as a relationship goes when it comes to just starting dating you.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not like niggas confront and say like, yeah, when I met her, I knew off the flip I was gonna. No, we didn't. No, we didn't. What happened was.
What had happened
was. And to getting to know you, it ain't got nothing to do with fucking, it ain't got nothing to do with what you have, it ain't got nothing to do with what you don't have. And to getting to know you, we felt like you was compatible to me. You could compliment me. At the end of the day, I don't know about every other man, but as a king that I am, I was taught by a queen that my queen has to compliment me. My mother said that the woman that you deems as worthy for you has to compliment you, and do that. Someone compliments you, so that means that a compliment makes you brighter. And you know what I'm saying? And not only you up, but it boosts me up. Every time we come in, we're the shit.
But what is?
And so
she's not in that 5'5" or that 5'7", but she got everything.
It don't matter. That shit don't even matter. It's the compliment. Once we realize that this compliment works for us, when we walk in the room and the motherfucker be like, damn, we couldn't wait for y'all to come in this motherfucker. And it ain't even got nothing. You know what I'm saying? That's just outside shit. You know what I'm saying? When you realize that motherfucker is your compliment, that, you know what I'm saying, that makes you better, that, you know what I'm saying, that's the one you stay with. We don't know who you gonna be.
Now, may I ask something? Just going out for the fact that these men with a goal list or whatever. I want to share a conversation I had with my son.
Mm-hmm.
So the conversation I had with my son was telling me that he don't want to date black women. Now this was a couple years ago, so things have changed since then.
I'm glad. I'm so glad.
So my conversation with him was.
I'm so glad to fucking. I don't need no more vanilla babies.
You can't disregard a whole type of people because your experience with just a couple of few that look this way or whatever. But when you do that, put people in this little box, you limit yourself on so much more. You know kind of what I think when I think of this stuff that these people are talking. You limit yourself to a potential somebody who could be your everything, your compliment you. You know what I mean? Somebody, you know what I mean, that ended up with a lifetime headache because it fits this criteria, but y'all don't match.
So check this out.
Well, now my baby's dating a mixed girl. So.
Well, I think he just was saying that based off of.
And I'm like, but to exclude people that you haven't even met yet. But to exclude people that you haven't even met yet.
It's still a belief system.
Because
was he around a lot of black women?
No.
Besides you?
No.
He said they're too loud.
Well, it was one black girl that used to pick him up and spin him around.
So that's really it.
I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you said that.
His mama
Well, you just got loud just then.
But I had to point that out to him, like, your mama's black. You know what I mean? Like,
but then he had any other black around him?
Grandma, auntie, just family. You know?
Just family. Nobody that was attracted to him.
No, he was talking about you black
because
girls
it has to
in
be
his school.
It has to be an attraction.
There was black girls in his school,
But were they attracted to him?
Yeah, one of them used to be
versus all of these other,
all these white hoes.
Well, mixed too, because he like mixed and Mexican. Let's not get it twisted. He likes minorities, but the full blackness.
Shout out to him. I did everything but white. I've never done white.
The full blackness, the full black chicks that his experience was the best.
Because the only thing he had was family.
Yeah.
And anything
anything
outside of that probably was negative.
And then the chicks, they go to the school, they loud and they, kind of ghetto.
They probably thought he was,
he's not used to ghetto. And
I was about to say, because he's not ghetto. Y'all seem like y'all raised y'all son.
Yeah.
Like, let's not get it twisted correctly. He knows what it is. He'll slap a nigga in the face, but he knows how to move accordingly.
Down and tell him to exclude a whole bunch of people that you haven't even met. Let a person show you who they are. You know what I mean? Don't just disregard this girl, because it was one little girl that was crazy about this little black girl. And
but what she looked like? Was she 140 pounds and then she make 250 grand? Because if she didn't, fuck her. It's all about my young king right here.
I think everything starts off as a standard template, but then it ends up being some then you take some things off, you add some things on, but once you see y'all kind of compatible, you gotta have something like Lindsay. I know you want to let's talk about Lindsay for a minute. Because Lindsay, we know.
Hey, let's talk about Lindsay.
Let's talk about Lindsay right now. Let's talk about Lindsay on your show. Let's talk about Lindsay.
You can get Lindsay on Apple Podcast, YouTube, Stitcher, Spotify, Instagram.
If you ain't 6 foot, you know what I'm saying? You gotta be 6 foot. And I understand. If you tall, you know what I'm saying? You want somebody
that was my point in the beginning. Like, can you have these expectations and you don't meet them? You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, we gonna use me, whatever.
Use you.
But
like the whole thing about the 6 foot. Okay.
I'm a fucking basketball. You my cousin. I love you. Like, no, listen. There's no downplay.
Hey, you better not get with no short nigga. That's all I'm saying. I understand.
But I be telling her to get with a short nigga.
But I've dated short men before, so it's not like that's just like a 100%.
And them niggas weak, because I'm telling you, us short niggas got, you know what I'm saying? We know how to handle business. Don't let the hype fool you, nigga. We tall in spirit.
I'm not saying that but I'm
like 7 foot tall out here.
I'm not saying you gotta be 6 foot up and I'm 5 foot. You know, so I meet that requirement on my side. So how can you be 5 foot talking about I want somebody 7 foot?
Okay, I feel that.
You see what I'm saying?
You can't ask for somebody making $200,000.
You making $10 an hour, right? You can't say that my woman has to have a car and you ride Uber to work.
Yeah,
like that, like the balance scheme.
The balance.
Yeah.
Okay, so you saying that? Do you agree with? Because women do the same thing. Women do the same thing that my young king did.
Straight up.
About the kid.
You gotta have more than what she had.
Not even about the king thing.
No.
I mean, women would be like,
no kid.
No kid. He gotta drive a Benz. He gotta have this much.
She ain't got that.
And the only thing she is Facebook or Instagram influencer.
Yeah, but Instagram influencers make money.
All of them don't though.
All of them don't. So okay, so you're talking about ones that don't.
If you want, yeah, I'm just saying the ones that don't, or the one that just working for it.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, it's on both ends or whatever, but it seems like it's more acceptable for a woman to have all those expectations, and they just come into that because we're looking at the men to be the protector, the provider. So they want somebody that established. Now, I don't.
So it's another excuse for the woman.
Exactly.
Yes.
It's a double standard.
And in that situation, or you cool with being the mate to your man, or you cool with being the I guess the trophy.
So that's the thing. It seems like these guys
are different.
Yeah.
So that's the thing.
Well, no,
That's what I was getting at.
Do you want to be the equal? Because I know what I'm saying. I respect my girl to think, you know what I'm saying, that she's not a trophy, she's my equal. Because anything that I want to accomplish, I want to teach her how I accomplish it so she can carry it forward to our children. Like, so I don't want it to be a situation where she's just a trophy, where she just look good. Like, that defeats the purpose of us building anything.
Yeah.
But see, build. That's why I asked. Like, what's the intention?
It's never, you never go into, unless them niggas old. So,
okay, young.
I'm gonna assume you're looking for something to settle down with. So if you're 20, you ain't looking for no wife per se. You know what I'm saying? You're looking for, if it turns into that, it turns into that. But you're not going into it looking for a wife. You're just looking for somebody you can kick with real quick. You know what I'm saying? And then if that turns into that, and then you marry 16 years, that's us. You know what I'm saying? I didn't look for that. You know what I'm saying?
But he loved you.
I should know that. But so what I'm saying is I wasn't looking for that at 18, 16, 16. You know what I mean? So at 40, you know what I'm saying? Like, shoot. Your age, you know what I'm saying? I mean, you got to start thinking about family and settling down or something. But you said something, right? You said build.
You got to.
What if his list looked like I want to make 10 hours an hour like me that fits the same requirement, measurements, you know what I'm saying, as me? Then we'll be like, damn, nigga, you settling. How can you build with somebody that is just like you? You know what I'm saying? No, you want somebody that's going to pull you up.
Exactly.
You know, so that's why he's looking for somebody to pull him up.
But
my young king just didn't know how to word it.
Yeah. He never said anything about potential growing together.
I thought he started off saying he's looking for a mate that.
No, he's looking for a mate that has all of this, and then I got this.
Even if he didn't say that.
But we can't automatically assume that.
I said that in the beginning, though. But you know what I'm saying? We don't know it first.
We don't know.
Yeah, we don't.
Sometimes we, you know what I'm saying, we find out. I know with my girl, I found out later. Like at first, we were just casual. Mm-hmm. You know, we were casual as fuck. I didn't even trip off of it. Well, you know what I'm saying? What made me know that my girl was my girl. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, shit, she can't go nowhere. But, like, real shit. No lie. I was just, you know what I'm saying? We were, I was in a situation. I got into some trouble where I had to handle some shit out in Colombia. And without hesitation, my girl said, oh, I'll just watch the house until you get back. And I was like, damn. Like, you don't even know, like, you don't know what even fuck goes on and conspires, but you was willing to say, hey, oh, this cool, don't even matter. I'll take care of this.
He was like, my baby love.
I did. I swear, I was like, oh, shit. I be telling everybody, I'm like, shit, she could have act like she was any other nigga bitch, but she my bitch. Like, no disrespect to my woman, but that's how I knew. I was just like, yeah. Because she was just like, shit, go ahead and do that. I'll hold it down. And
I knew my baby loved me when I pulled up. You know what I'm saying? Picked her up, you know, in the dirty delt. You know what I'm saying? She dropped in, you know what I'm saying? After 15 minutes, my stuff started smoking. You know what I'm saying? But I knew it was gonna smoke. It wasn't a surprise to me. It was a surprise to her. So she played it like it wasn't smoking. You know what I'm saying? Like, shoot, we were straight. I was like, man, this is real love right here. You know what I'm saying? She
yeah.
Really talk about my car. No, she never talked. I didn't talk about her car a lot. She never talked about my car. You know what I mean? My transmission was slipping. You know what I'm saying? She felt. I know she felt it. She was like, damn, that hit right here, but it didn't. But I'm still around with this nigga.
Like,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
every time that light turned green, we do this shit. And he's still riding. And he ain't saying nothing.
You know the real ones when you ain't really got nothing.
You
know
do.
What I'm saying?
You do.
And now I got everything, and she's still not right.
You do. Real life.
Hey, when I had that,
real life.
Now I got a little something. She's still there. That's
real life. Because I didn't have nothing when I met my girl, and then as I grew, she grew with me.
So young king with these standards, you can have these standards, but she can't. It don't come with genuine love. You know what I'm saying? You want somebody to genuinely love you. And the standard is cool to have one because you don't want to be a nigga with no standard. But it doesn't make the relationship. The love is what makes the relationship, because you can have a chick that's 170, 180, that's 6'1" or whatever. You know what I mean? But if she loves you and holds you down, when you go on to handle some business, they're gonna say, "Hey, go ahead and handle that. I'll watch the house." You know, that will happen.
That's
you know what I'm saying? Then
that's what happened.
Then you
exactly what happened.
That okay, then I got a real one. So
I said, girl, I was
yeah, $200,000 a year, treat you like a slave. You know what I'm saying? If it's a sex slave, that's all right. Hey, you can't be getting nothing. Somebody else can be getting it. You ain't getting nothing.
The fuck up, man. Go ahead and let it happen.
You know, so the question is: the standards cool? Standards is cool. You know?
Standards is great.
It's a start.
It's
a start.
You shouldn't have.
You can customize your stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You shouldn't have over exaggerated fucking standards.
Unrealistic.
Like so.
But if you're not trying to bring the same to the table, I don't think that's a good thing for you to be expecting somebody to.
I don't think that's a bad thing though, because you never know what could happen in that thing. The potential.
But
the yin and the yang. You have the yin and the yang.
I get potential, but when you around here looking like the penguin from Batman Returns, and you want somebody
raise that nigga to look like Batman. You know what I'm saying? And then you can look back and say, "Look what I did."
Hold on, no, I ain't gonna play. I'm gonna throw that out there, my nigga. Listen, if you require a certain body image, then you need to acquire that body image for that caliber. So if you require a woman that's 140 pounds and has a big breast and a little ass or a muscular ass, all that, you can't be in this motherfucker looking like what the nigga from Roseanne. You can't do that. You can't look like Dan.
Dan was a man.
He was a man.
Dan was a man.
He was a man.
Dan like
that. I can't, because Dan didn't look for that bitch.
But Dan had Roseanne.
Dan had Roseanne. And Dan loved Roseanne and took care of Roseanne like he was supposed to. Dan wasn't looking for no 140 pound bitch. That's what I'm saying, young king. If you're gonna look for that, you gotta have what's appealing to her. It has to be an equal thing. Like, I was appealing to my girl, and my girl was appealing to me. Same thing to you. You know, your wife. Your wife was appealing to you. That's why she became your wife. You know what I'm saying?
She choked me out though, but that's another story. And then, you know, I adjusted.
That's how it be. My girl did that shit. My girl didn't even holler at me. Me and my girl used to work together.
What the hell have you
said? Listen, me and my girl used to work together, right? My girl didn't holler at me when we was working, but when she knew she was putting her 2 weeks in, she threw her bid in like, get that nigga. And she got me. I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah, I don't know if that happened. Hey, tune in. We need to hear what really happened. What's her name?
Jazz. That's what really happened. Jazz. I ain't even gonna lie.
We need to hear
that's what really happened.
I don't know about that.
That's what really happened.
No, when I'm saying really happened.
Time out though. That nigga just shot the shit out of me. Like, you didn't see that? That nigga just scoped me out the plane. Like, he was like, nah, that nigga have an old goofy ass nigga. But that nigga just shot me in the fucking face.
No, that ain't what our stories don't match.
Oh, okay.
It's always a story that don't match.
Our stories don't match. So his version of how we ended up together and my version are completely different stories.
But we ain't talking about that. We're talking about
real life.
We're talking about checklists.
Real life. Yeah, my girl will tell you that. I you know what I'm saying? Yeah, we had that conversation.
So have your checklist.
That's another show.
Have your checklist. Make sure it's realistic. That's it. I don't know. But I'm not against nobody else. You know what I'm saying? Because he can look like that, but then get with the chick, and then they go to the gym, she get him in shape, and now shoot. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, exactly. You just never know, man. You just never know, man.
You gotta get them. Hey, listen, young king. If that's what you want, and that's your standards, I hope you get the standards that you want.
And but you know one place
If you get the standards
you can look up for one place you can find what church.
Hey man, do not. Hey, listen, just say this right now. Do not be the nigga fucking push searching for in church. Listen to what I said again. Do not be the nigga push searching in church. It just doesn't seem right to me. I just hated to see niggas pussy surfing in church. I said that shit is wrong.
It's so wrong.
That nigga never seen Boys in the Hood.
I had it. I love Boys in the Hood.
That was a joke.
But I was about to say, man, like,
Niggas really do that.
nobody, hey, man, stop us searching in church. I know a lot of niggas. I know listen, and I'm not gonna get over.
That nigga did.
Listen, this shit happen in every religion, y'all, and I'm not gonna dwell on too much. But what I will say is, y'all think churches got it bad. Jehovah's Witnesses got it. You know what I mean? Niggas pussy search in a kingdom hall. That shit is disrespectful. So I always nigga, hey, sister, I was just, I just see with your kids. I make sure that everything's all right. Get your pussy searching ass out of here.
Hey, man, she might be on something. I ain't talking about going to the hall or nothing. I'm talking about going door to door. Ain't them niggas that go door to door?
Yeah, they go door to door.
You probably can find you like that though. Not the door like, oh, so you single? And nobody here. Nobody here. I want to talk to you about something. You know what I mean? No.
You get the Lord. Ain't nothing wrong with your witnesses. I grew up with witnesses, man. Like, ain't nothing wrong with them. And so, if you want to shoot your shot at your witnesses, feel free. They come through every Saturday and Friday. I'm gonna tell you a break. I'm not know because my mama gonna cuss me out. She see this.
Oh, okay. So,
what's the next topic?
The
I can do this all day.
Yeah.
Oh
my God. Okay.
I'm supposed to go on the Nebraska Furniture March.
So the next topic is, it's kind of in line with the dating still. It's men crying. Do you think it's good or bad for a man to cry?
Depending on what you crying for.
Well, outside of like,
that nigga just seen homeboy get shot. This nigga crying.
You know, outside of a death or a fatal or near fatal incident.
You saying is yeah, it's good for a man to show their vulnerable side, especially if they're in a relationship. So I would say, yeah,
but
my wife
can show a vulnerable side without crying.
Huh?
You can show a vulnerable side.
You can, but really, I mean, I'm like JT. You know what I'm saying? I'll cry at the drop of a dime. You know what I'm saying? JT, baby. You know what I'm saying? I cry at the drop of a dime. You know what I'm saying? So,
did she tell anybody?
I just no, but I don't. Yeah, real men cry. You know what I'm saying? But they don't cry for things. You know what I'm saying? They say black men tell their kids don't cry because of the sins. But Jesus wept. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, that's a sign of strength, I think.
I remember when my son was playing football, he got hit like boom, it was bad, and I seen him start to well up. I was guilty of grabbing him.
There's certain places you don't cry at. You don't cry.
And I told my baby, like, you do not cry on the football field.
No,
you know what
cry.
I mean?
So you go to the bench and cry?
You don't.
But I feel
Yes.
bad about doing it.
You better off going to the bench and
I
crying.
feel, but you know, he in the game, like I didn't want him to
The bench is
be.
in the back.
And then my daughter,
They ain't seen it.
and then my daughter, I used to tell her that too because my baby's sensitive, and I used to tell her stop crying in class. Like
You gotta stop
sitting
telling
there.
people to
Yeah.
stop crying. Crying is an emotion.
So now she'll be like, "Mama, I cried at the bathroom."
I mean, there's a place I think in a time in a situation for every man. We're talking about men, right? To cry. You know what I mean? And there's certain things there's certain places situations where you don't cry.
I did tell
You
myself.
cry. Men cry at funerals.
Don't cry.
You cry if your girlfriend or your wife try to leave you. You know what I'm saying? You're like, hell no. This is what you gonna do? So this is what you gonna do? Nah. What else you cry for?
Come slap me out, Ashley.
You cry when you cry. When black men cry.
Okay.
We said
In the situation we cry, but she said apart from funerals. But I added that in there because we don't cry a whole lot.
No,
Black men, but we do cry.
We do. Black men cry.
Black men cry. So let's get your business. When you cry? When the last time you cried?
The last time I cried was oh shit. Damn.
It was a Sunday.
No.
It was snowing.
No. Real life.
Just beat the Chiefs.
Nah, the last time I cried was my brother lost his best friend. And I seen the emotion that my brother was going through and I cried. Because I've never seen my brother so hurt.
Mm-hmm.
And so I cried too. Because I didn't my brother is strong. Mm-hmm. And so when I seen my brother break down, I couldn't do nothing but break down.
Yeah. What's another time?
The last time I cried was past relationship.
Okay. So it goes in line with what I just said.
Yeah, it was a past relationship.
You cry on your girl, you know what I'm saying? Try to leave you and stuff. I'm a waterhead though. I cry. I don't care. I cried when the Chiefs won the Super Bowl. I cried when the Chiefs won the Super Bowl.
Anybody.
I cried when Kobe died. I cried with that George Floyd. Man, I cried a lot last year. Shoot. George Floyd, that whole situation, man, was just heartbreaking to me. I cried then. Shoot.
Oh yeah, I'm about to fall, man.
Dang, one last, and then I cried. When did I cry? Because I know it was another time. I think me and my wife was into it. She hurt my feelings. She hurt my feelings, man. I cried. But I cried out to the Lord. That's different than just I cried out to the Lord.
Sure.
Yeah. I think, yeah.
That's what I was about to say. That's why I said y'all, like, y'all about to follow me because,
you about to start crying?
No. I ain't about to. See what happened was
oh snap! I cried in the movie.
I cried in a situation with me and my girl. And when not when we were just getting together, when we were maybe like a year and a half in our relationship, and my girl had she had told me she wasn't happy, and like I didn't like at first I was just like whatever, you know what I'm saying, if you're not happy, you're just not happy, whatever. But then, you know what I'm saying, in the conversation of us talking, I did, you know what I'm saying, I cried because I was just like, damn, I'm trying my best.
And you're not
exactly, and you're not happy. And then, like, it did something to me because I was like, damn, like, what
am I doing
what the
wrong?
fuck am I doing wrong? Like, you know what I'm saying, what else can I'm trying my best to make this work for us. And, like, if you don't see it, if you're not happy, then I need to reevaluate myself because everything that, you know what I'm saying, I thought I was doing to learn you was wrong. And so, yeah, I cried at that.
Yeah.
You know, like, I sit there and cry. I told her, I was like, I don't know what to do. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to lose you.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I got emotional and I cried. Like, but the man cried.
Yeah.
You know, like,
it's not a weakness, man. And it's not a weakness. It's really a sign of strength. I believe it's a sign of strength.
Yeah.
You got to be strong to be able to cry in front of, somebody.
Yeah. Women forever say that we hide our emotions and we don't express ourselves. And so when you get to a level where you express yourself to your woman to the point where you're in tears, mm-hmm. That's pure, true emotion. Mm-hmm. That, know what I'm saying? So if they don't respect that, then they're not gonna respect from me. And I've been in a relationship where that happened and they didn't respect that.
So you cried again in another relationship?
No, I told you I cried in the previous relationship, but I cried in the previous relationship on some crazy shit. You know, like I said, you were here, but in podcast before, I said every nigga went through a tender dick moment. Because every nigga goes through a tender dick moment.
Find that.
Tender dick moment means that you just at this one level, you just so soft over this bitch. Like you so soft where you say anything salty to you. That shit hits you so much in your cortisone that mentally it just shed a tear. It hits you so much in your cortisone that you shed a tear. Like, but every nigga went through a tender dick moment. I went through one tender dick moment, and that was it. After that, if I cried in any other situation that I've cried for, it's just been pure emotion. It's not been a tender dick. Tender dick niggas cry because they just on some dominance want you to stay here shit. If when you get into a relationship where it's not the fact that you leaving, it's the fact that you have me pegged for somebody that I'm not, and your emotions make you cry. That's a different thing. That ain't got nothing to do with tender dick. You just got me confused with somebody else, and I'm so upset that you got me, you know what I'm saying, confused with another nigga. But just a tender dick nigga that you just cry because shit, you know, them weird niggas, them niggas would be like, I just killed my motherfucking self. Them niggas is tender dick. I tell motherfuckers all the time, don't ever be in a situation where you look at a girl and be like, I just killed my motherfucking self. Because they do believe you at that point. They not gonna believe you after that. If you didn't do it then, you're not gonna do it. You're just saying.
Say it 5 times.
Yeah, you're just saying.
The first one you have me.
Yeah.
Second one maybe, but this is the third time.
Yeah, the third thing, come on, man. Get the fuck out of here.
Let me see it.
Yeah, go ahead. Here, nigga. Here goes this. Make it happen.
Here, do it then.
Yeah. Like, yeah, so you know what I mean? Man, cry. And you as a human being, man, you're supposed to be able to cry. You're supposed to be able to have those types of emotions as a human being. You shouldn't feel like you have to hold them in. I think that's a problem with men in general. We
So
feel
that's
like
a form of toxic masculinity, not crying.
yeah.
I don't know where it comes from. I think it comes from, it's passed down really, because your parents tell you don't do it, particularly your father tell you don't cry.
Like
Your
I
big
said,
brother say you don't cry. People
People
say don't cry. Now there's certain times where you don't cry. There's certain times and places where you don't cry. You know what I mean?
There's certain places you suck
You're
it
talking
up.
about a kid though. You're
No,
talking about a full
Well, when you're
adult.
thinking about the shape of a belief system, when
Yeah.
you're a boy,
Yeah.
somebody said you're a boy, don't cry.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
So, and then you grow into a man, and you still go into a man with that mindset. So now you don't even know how to be vulnerable with your other person.
Man.
But they don't tell you.
They
The
They don't
thing
tell
is,
you when.
I was about to say they don't tell you when to cry. That's the problem. It's one thing to let them express their emotions as young men, you know, and it's another thing to totally try to
Shut it down.
suffocate that
Right.
and shut it down.
You
Like,
create psychopaths.
yeah, if I had a son and he was playing football and he was crying on the field, I would tell him to suck that shit up.
Yeah.
And the only reason why I would tell him to suck that shit up is because these other men that's on the field is what you was weak.
Because they daddies just telling them.
Yeah.
You don't cry.
So yeah, don't show them that. Now, if you want to get in the locker room and cry all day, son, I'm gonna be right there with you.
But he got crunched though. Like it was bad. I wanted to cry.
I don't give a- I don't give a dog shit.
I seen that motherfucker about to fall. Boy, I reached through his helmet and I caught the tear. I was like,
You
don't do
it.
it. Don't do it. Not right now.
Bro.
Because you're going to school with these same kids,
Exactly.
they're going to all remember, nigga, that's just 3J. Man, ain't no way he cried on the field. You know
Suck
what I'm
that shit
saying?
up.
Hit that nigga till he cried. You know what
Suck that shit up.
Yeah,
If it's too much, say you hurt. Let me walk you.
Now I will say this: that was the last time that nigga played running back. That nigga got switched to receiver or a corner. Man, what you make this nigga?
Like this is price off the field. I'm his final kid. I'm ready to kill somebody.
He was too little though to be a running back anyway. I don't know why the hell they had my baby playing running back.
It's just one of them. I remember when I was young, we were cutting trees down in my auntie's backyard because she wanted to open her land up, and one of the trees, it was supposed to go this way, and when we moved the saw, it was coming this way. So everybody just ran. It was taking off running. So I'm running for dear life, running. Next thing I know, I hit the ground. I don't know why I hit the ground. I just know I hit the ground. By the time I realized what was happening, the tree was on top. So they moved the tree up off of me. When they moved the tree up off of me, my shoulder was this way.
Mm.
So my next door neighbor, I'll never forget, Mr. Freeman, he snapped my back in place. And he told my auntie, just go ahead and put ice on and let him lay down. This whole time, listen, I am in superior pain. I am in so much pain. I grew up on 60th and Park. Everybody was there. All of us was there. I knew if I cried, I would have been talked about forever. I sucked that shit up to this day. Exactly. Exactly. Like, wouldn't have paid attention and got slammed by a tree. No. They would have said, this bitch ass nigga soft. Listen, I sucked that shit up all the way until I got into the house and I realized that nobody else was in the back. My room could look into the back. When I realized everybody was gone,
you let it go.
I cried like a baby. Do you hear me? I'm talking about I cried because I was in so much pain that I couldn't do nothing but cry. So the whole time I'm out there, I'm just silent. I'm just like,
that cry just waiting.
They're like, damn, you a real nigga. I'm talking about
you a real nigga. My
cousin Mark.
You ain't a real nigga, you a robot.
Rest in peace to my cousin Mark. Yeah. Rest in peace to my cousin Mark. My cousin Mark was like, damn, man, you ain't even gonna say nothing. You hard. You gonna hate that.
This dude is super thug.
Shoot. Nigga.
Oh my God.
You know how long it was for everybody to leave the backyard? I sounded like a straight bitch. As soon as everybody left, I was like, hollering. I was fucked up.
Right. I mean, I ain't no man, but you know, even growing up, I was talking about the cry outside. Like, you know, and you better not come in the house crying. That's a whooping. You get a whooping, then you better carry your butt back outside. Right?
Yeah, so we need to stop doing that. Instead of saying don't cry, just say, hey, now it's not the time to cry.
Exactly.
A good time is this time. Or when they are crying at that good time, say, hey, you know what? This is a time. This is a good time right here. The teachable moment. This is a good time for you to cry right now.
Or to at least scream, because if you get hit by a fucking tree, fucking crap, my nigga.
Yeah,
like I did not.
Right.
Like to this day, I think my shit weird. Like I do pull-ups weird. Like this side to go up, and this side can struggle. Like listen, I think it's Superman for attention, and I never took care of that shit.
Parents, take your kids out.
Please get insured. That was one of the reasons why I didn't say nothing, because I knew good and damn well nobody had insurance. So it was like, shit, you just shake that off.
And niggas telling you they don't cry, they lying like a mother.
Yeah,
they lying like
niggas cry. But just don't be crying on anything. Like, a lot of niggas take advantage of that, and they cry for anything. Like, don't be the nigga that cry because you think that's going to make a motherfucker, like,
as a form of manipulation.
Yeah. It's going to make a motherfucker subside and just be like, all right, whatever, nigga, because you cried. Like, don't do that, because you become, you just you adding on to the more tender dick nigga shit that you do.
Or you have those moments where your body is, you know what I mean, because you got years and years of suppression, and you get to a point where you don't even know how to cry.
I think that's my problem.
You know,
I think I hold a lot of stuff in. I don't address it.
You know,
and then it's like a Coke bottle saying nothing. And it don't matter, anything could like trigger it. Like I said, like I watch a movie or something. You know what I mean? And if that movie I can relate to that mother so well, it's like damn.
Yeah.
When I was
shed a tear or something, but then I don't like that. You know what I'm saying?
When I was little, that's how it was for me.
Like movies,
I used to cry at movies because you couldn't cry when growing up is, you know what I'm saying, in the hood, and you just couldn't cry. Yeah, so it was a lot of when I was growing up, did just, you know what I'm saying, certain things made me cry.
Yeah, I still can't watch Rest to Society to the end, set it off to the end. Like it's just.
But yo,
and dude, it is one of the things.
Like, they got Kane was on his way, he was about to move. Like
I keep telling him, I'm like, nigga, I wouldn't have saved that little kid, bro. I would have been running.
I mean, he had the bullets like that.
It's crazy because your movies, you know what I'm saying? And people be like, hell yeah, I can cry for that too, nigga. I cried. I cried at Forrest Gump.
Hey, Forrest Gump is sick though. When he was at the grave site, talking to Jenny, and the kid died.
Hey, bro, listen. I swear to God, when Forrest Gump mama died, I felt like that was my mama.
Okay.
I cried like a motherfucker.
Okay.
Radio. When Radio Mama died, I cried like a motherfucker.
I'm Radio.
I swear to God, I was like, what? I tore up my whole fucking room. I was just like, I love my mom. But that's the thing. Don't keep that shit bottled up.
Keep it bottled up. Yeah.
Because it comes out and shit like that.
Depression is real. And you know, this is one thing that I'm gonna take this.
My girl.
Like black communities, like we frown on mental health and we frown on this, that, and the other, but we have some of the ways to cope. Mm-hmm. You know, I remember my first trauma. My auntie was killed, brutally murdered, shot in the head. Like, you know what I mean? And I remember confused about a whole lot. You know what I mean? And like it was just one of those experiences, and I'm looking at my family around, and I think people do what they think is best, you know, like to this day, it's hard to find a picture of her. Yeah. You know, it's like we don't deal with stuff. We just kind of take stuff and keep going. And I feel like that's the same when you're addressing crying. If you have an emotion, man, woman, child, or an adult, suppression is the worst possible thing you can ever do.
Right. And I feel like that's part of the whole slavery effect that's been trickled down to us that we're still affected.
That trauma.
The trauma.
It's
right.
We
had to keep pressing on.
Yeah.
When we see somebody see somebody get we wasn't allowed to sit there and process what was going on.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying?
Properly
we was traumatized, and they was trying to traumatize us so that we wouldn't do it. But it was a lasting generational effect.
I don't think they knew though. I think it's just by default, it's just passed down from generation to generation.
Yeah, they didn't know. They probably didn't know the generation that they wanted to traumatize us because they.
They knew. They knew.
They were
saying they knew they were traumatized. Right. But I don't think they knew that it was passed down to our kids.
Oh no, they knew it. They knew it was. The thing that they didn't know and that they want to stop now is it bred niggas like me and you. And bred niggas that not only, you know what I'm saying, will suppress it, but because we suppress it, we that emotion still has to get out. And you know what I'm saying, it becomes, you know what I'm saying, we channel it in other places. And sometimes it, you know what I'm saying, it becomes towards you. You know, that's what they expect. They expected them to always have the short leash on us. You know, the problem with what they were doing was now it's not a short leash. Now I suppress myself, so when it has to blow up. If you, I don't give a fuck if it's, I don't give a fuck if it's white, black, brown, yellow, green, nigga. If I gotta blow up today, guess what? You just happen to be in the wrong place. You know, that's what they didn't expect. They expected us to always have that fear for them. You know, and we don't have that fear no more because you know why? Because we suppressed everything so much. We suppress the fear of having no them. We suppress that. People like us or men like us suppress the fear of the white. I don't fear you. I don't have no fear for you no more. So when I do blow up, I just blow up and I don't give a fuck about you or your badge or whoever the fuck you claim to be. And that's what they didn't think was gonna happen.
Comment. Somebody said I cried when Cleo died and set it up.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't cry about that.
I didn't cry.
I think the last movie I cried on. The last movie I cried on was shoot. I think it was Man. The last
people
one.
cried on that. And
When
they
he buried his wife. Yeah, when he buried his wife.
Chestnut cried like a baby.
Man, that hit me, bro. Because I'm thinking, because I'm married.
I was about to say it would have hit you because
You
you're
know what
married.
I'm saying? I'm
I ain't married. I was just like, man, what the
I
fuck?
want my wife to bury me because I don't want to go through that pain.
You do.
Not have
You
my
do.
wife. You know what I'm saying? So,
And you put the vision in to make sure.
And I wasn't just and I don't cry like that. You know what I'm saying? I just a tear or two just kind of.
But you know, I got talked about because I did cry on that movie.
You're a robot.
I didn't cry on that movie.
You're a robot.
What?
You're super good. No, but you're not married though, so that's what I'm thinking.
That's what I said. I'm just not married.
You know, but yeah, have to bury your wife. You know what I'm saying? From something that's uncontrollable. I
mean, I get it.
Yeah,
it was sad.
It was sad. But have a breakdown like that because you never seen him break down.
Yeah, he cried.
That was the one time he broke down after KB told him that he hit his wife.
Yeah,
he cried.
I kissed her from below. That nigga was ready to punch a hole in that nigga's chest.
That nigga was angry, boy.
That was the angry cry.
She's my only one. No, nigga, she fucked one of your niggas. First of all, even speaking of that, let's just keep it real. He should have never married the bitch that fucked one of his homeboys. Like, you could have fucked somebody. I would have never.
He didn't go to the book.
It doesn't matter. It could have been a situation because y'all gonna say whatever. As a man, I'm just gonna keep it 100.
Oh, after he married you. After.
I'm not gonna marry you.
Remember I found her at your angelic face?
Yeah.
And then
you fucked my homeboy. It'd be a difference if I found out you fucking it. Any other dude, I would have just had to suck up. We being in college. But the nigga that I fuck with, you fuck this nigga?
Right.
Okay, but what about all the dirt?
It don't matter.
It don't matter.
Because it wasn't her right hand.
Yeah, it'd been a difference if I'm fucking all your fucking sorority homegirls.
Yeah.
You should have been doing it, period.
I don't give a fuck if I was or if I wasn't. You don't fuck my homeboy.
But you shouldn't have been fucking nobody, period.
So you fuck my homeboy and you expect me to let it go?
To be spiteful, she did it though.
Exactly.
I want you to feel how you make me feel.
Exactly.
So you gonna fuck my homeboy?
That's spiteful. Hey, you don't trust.
It is what it is.
Exactly. I was about to say you don't trust, like, cause you can find anybody to fuck.
And I'm thinking that's why she died.
It's just like.
Cause mom is a motherfucker.
You know what I'm saying?
Mom is a mother. You don't do that.
It's just like God can always justify a guy. Like you can justify, many nights and all the people that he been through and how that's justifiable. You know what I mean? But now disregarding that, they were friends too. So they just like his homeboy, and I'm just screwing your homeboy. You know what I mean? They was friends. It was a moment. I don't think it was intentional. I think it happened. It was a mistake, and they never done it again. But she don't get the same compassion.
The question is, would you do it?
I'm not that kind of girl. I don't do that.
Okay.
So I understand.
No, I just want to know.
I got a question. That was just
understand.
Is it worse? You fuck your enemy.
That's equal. That's equal.
Equal.
Yeah, that's equal to me.
Yeah.
It's equal. Not my right hand and not my enemy.
Yeah.
It's a nigga in between.
Yeah. I was about to say, there's a bunch of other niggas to fuck.
In between.
There's a bunch of other niggas to fuck.
Yeah.
This is what I'm saying. Like, because I know everybody's gonna do like you just did.
I just don't understand how y'all can justify him.
Right.
We're not justifying him. That's the problem. Y'all think we're justifying him. What we're saying is, what he did was totally wrong.
Yeah, wrong.
Like, if you gonna get on that,
but
he
did
was
totally wrong. So, he's a football star.
But that happened. Her incident was in college too.
She was an editor though. She wasn't.
Listen, I'm about to say listen.
She was a
But however way it went,
she wasn't in the newsroom.
if they decided they was gonna be together, and they made that pact, whatever he did, he was totally wrong.
She should have came.
What I'm saying is,
give him the
I
opportunity.
get that.
Give him the
at
opportunity.
the end of the day,
To still be.
yeah, however way we cut this, however way we slice this, you don't shit in your home. Like you know how white people say you don't shit where you eat it. This is my nigga. Why would you fuck my nigga? And why do I have to find this shit out in a book? Like, this is not my. That's what I'm saying about the movie. The movie's so stupid to me.
The book was supposed to come out till after.
Hold on though. The movie's so stupid to me though because my nigga would have told me off the flip. My nigga, like the niggas that I know, and if I know any bullshit ass nigga that wouldn't do that, then I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm gonna end up slapping the teeth out your mouth because my nigga just like me. I'm gonna tell you off the flip. If you be like, yeah, that's my girl, I love her, won't do more, because you know niggas go through urges. If I was single and my nigga said, you know, this my bitch, I love my bitch, blah blah blah. And his bitch came over to fuck, yeah, I'm gonna fuck. But I'm gonna tell him, hey boy, you know that ain't your bitch.
You said, hold on, say that again.
Tell you 100.
If he said that, I love her.
Yeah, I love her. I love her. I'm gonna do all this shit. And she came over to suck a nigga dick. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and let it happen. You know, I'm gonna let it happen because she the one that brought. So I'm gonna go ahead and let it happen. So I'm gonna tell my homeboy.
Well, you can tell him anyway.
Yeah,
that she came over, bro.
I can't.
I didn't do that because I knew it would hurt you. But you need to let her go.
And that's 100. That's 100. When I was single, I was a sexual deviant.
I think you're like, damn,
I'm gonna keep it 100.
You 60 and park niggas.
Yeah. I'm gonna keep it 100 with you, my nigga.
This nigga here.
I'm gonna keep it 100 with you.
I think that's why the tree fell on you because the tree knew.
I was gonna do some wrong shit. Nah, but I'm gonna tell you though. The thing is, I'm gonna tell you, it's a bitch ass nigga that ain't gonna say nothing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you. Now, if you got a flex with me, I only feel right with that.
Yeah.
I only feel right with that.
I think he should have told her first, and if he didn't, she should have.
Somebody should have said
something.
They should have went years down the road.
Yeah, I'm gonna say something.
I'm
not gonna. I ain't gonna fuck your bitch.
We done.
And if my nigga
living in, I'm not saying nothing.
Listen, but that's the thing though. If my nigga's going to the NFL and I know my nigga's going to the NFL, I'm gonna tell my nigga I fucked that nigga's bitch.
He really gonna at that point.
Yeah. Nigga, cut that bitch off. We can continue to fuck bitches together. Fuck are you talking about? Nigga, you in the NFL, we about to have Latinos, white bitches, Cubans, house with the shit.
Nigga making the sound for him? Oh yeah. You pushing the nigga? No.
I ain't got that nigga with me. Hold on.
Hey, hit that nigga.
Pause, my nigga.
Nigga like go faster.
Pause, my nigga. We ain't on that shit. Only thing I'm saying is, listen, yeah, when I was single,
you faster together in different rooms.
Yeah. When I was single, these motherfuckers can get it. That's how it was. I'm not gonna fake, I ain't gonna front, I ain't gonna be on none of that shit. When I was single, they can get it. It was niggas they like, damn, yes, nah, that ain't my bitch. Like, you cool if hell yeah, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Like, cause it ain't mine.
Yeah.
I ain't putting no claim to that home. Now if I put claims to this woman,
yeah,
it's a whole different scenario.
Yeah. You know she's my chick.
Yeah.
You know I'm feeling her and I love her.
Now if you fuck and be like, hey man, you know, hey, I ain't your bitch, I fuck her.
Yeah.
I respect you more than her because she ain't said shit.
Yeah. I'll be a little salty a little bit, but I think we'll still be cool.
Yeah, we gonna still be cool.
I ain't gonna just.
Yeah, we still. I'm gonna keep it real with you, my nigga. Cool. I done did that shit for years. Then we done do business for years. Yeah. Niggas talk that shit like, man, that nigga scared. At the end of the day, you think about it, like,
we had a nigga that was scared, so I ain't saying it's you, nigga, but I'm just saying. We had a nigga, man. This nigga, man, we grew up with. Nigga, but he'll hit your girl. You know what I'm saying? We know he, and it goes back to where if he steal, he'll kill. You know what I'm saying? If a nigga hit your girl, nigga, he'll steal from you. And if he'll steal from you, nigga, he'll set you up. And this nigga did all the above. He done stole from one nigga, he done stole from home, you know. He done hit homeboy, you know what I'm saying? And then he done snitched nigga up to do time. So it's like, the nigga didn't do it to me though. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, we cool, but we ain't that cool.
Nah, but we ain't cool. But see, it's a vast. That right there is a vast scenario. I ain't never gonna hit a chick that you introduced me to, you know, without telling you. Yeah. Like I ain't saying like real shit. Like I'm gonna say,
like nigga, I'll get, hey, nigga, I hit your girl.
Like real shit. I ain't gonna like if you say, nigga, that's love. I'm not gonna fuck this bitch.
But you still should tell if she hang on to you. And I think that's the thing. Like in the beginning, if she hang on to you, when
you young, because all that shit happened when I was young.
Because now, you know, niggas die or something.
Yeah, all that shit happened young. And when I was young, my whole mentality was like, nigga from fucking 16 to 25.
Not to marry her, yeah, like about to 3 more before.
I wasn't doing none of that shit.
You got some snakes? I ain't gonna front. I am hungry. You did ask, did you want some? I should have said that. I'm like, grilled cheese now.
You gotta be that. If that's your homeboy, you gotta be that kind. You gotta say something.
Wash my hands.
What else you gotta do?
Throw them out. Look.
You got
this break is brought to you by Welchers. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got it. Like, nah, you got to be that kind.
Carrot cake. Damn, and we got carrot cake.
Oreo carrot cake.
I ain't never heard of these motherfuckers.
In my life, I've heard of.
But it feel like
Oreo carrot cake.
Oh, okay.
I didn't know you did that shit. I would have brought 40 baby.
Hey, she got carrot cake Oreos, right?
Yeah.
Hey, man, she got carrot cake Oreos.
Yeah.
You believe that?
Rolled up, showed out. We've been on some real shit in this motherfucker.
Hey, real talk, I got shorted. Too red from hey, so pissed. And I called later on that night, paying answer. So I was like, man, this is some bull crap. So I'm like, I don't want to be petty and calling that day like, man, you owe me 2 ribs. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to feel like Chris Rock and I'm going to get you something. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, how much for 1 rib? But I called, man. I said, hell no, man. I went all the way. I live in Blue Springs. I went all the way to freaking state line. So I called him. He was like, what? What, you want your 2 bones?
Yeah.
I said, I want more than 2 bones.
Yeah, at this point, I don't have a slab.
I came home thinking that all my family was going to have a rib apiece. And somebody was ribless. I had my rib, but I didn't have a rib. I'm like, man, have me looking like Bozo. So you what? You want another mixed plate? Yes.
What about the rib?
I'm not going to have another mixed plate. But if it was you, what would you want?
You want to be accommodated.
So she's like, okay, I'll give you a rack, a long end. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. On the short end.
I said, hell yeah, I'll take that. So long story short, when we leave, I'm going to get my damn rack.
Yeah, you're looking for hey, you use a bus.
Miss Walker, shout out to Miss Walker. Hey, good looking. Right. But hey, Miss Walker, ask for me. So that's what it was going to be surprised. Being a food and snacks, right. I got a dinner.
Yeah, we got ribs on deck, baby.
Mm-hmm. All right, so unless y'all want to talk about this subject, we can go to the song.
Let's go to the song.
Okay. So
I'm done with talking Teddy Dick shit.
So the fucked up song of the week is Tweet Oops Oh My.
Ooh.
I'm just gonna play the song and then we'll get into why this is the fucked up song of the week.
Yeah, because it was a fucking lie. I think
Yeah.
this is lying.
So yeah. So
You make dark
so I'm
skin
just gonna
women
play.
bad.
I'm just gonna play a little
The lie.
snippet.
Came home safe around a quarter to 3. Still hypnotized in a trance. I'm started so buttery brown and tantalizing. You would have thought I needed help from the feeling that I felt. So shook I had to catch my breath. Stare across my shirt up on my head. Oh my, stare across my skirt up in my feet. Oh my, some kind of touch pressing my face. Oh my, I'm turning red with this beat. I tried and I tried to avoid, but this thing was happening. I swallowed my pride, let it ride and party. We started, felt just like mine. I got worried, I looked over to the left, reflection of myself. That's why I could catch my breath. Still, my shirt over my head.
And that's the moment you start playing with her pussy. That's it. You can stop that lie bullshit. Like, that's the...
Okay, so the reason why this song was picked was Missy Elliott tweeted something in regards to this song. Yeah.
Fake ass shit.
She said, fun fact, this song was never about masturbation. It was always about her appreciating her dark skin, self-love. When she looked in the mirror, it was the listeners that thought it was about sex and just ran with it. And we just let the consumers create what they wanted.
Okay. That's cool.
Hey, you got some milk?
That's cool.
Oh my God. Almond milk.
I respect that. My man over here, he a dark skinned man. Hey man, have you ever looked in the mirror and
Don't open this door.
and just was like, hey, who was that up over my feet? Oh my, like, ooh, who was that? It's nobody but you.
I done appreciated myself a whole bunch of times. All right,
In the mirror.
without a mirror. A mirror.
So when you see yourself in the mirror, did you think of it was anybody else, or did you know it was you?
I knew it was me the whole
The
time.
whole time. Whole time you knew it was you. And you beat that dick like you was supposed to. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, man.
Okay, so let's go to the lyrics.
It wasn't a surprise to me.
It wasn't a surprise. You knew what was going down. You said, shit.
She said, oh
It's
my.
beat dick time.
Oh my. Woo.
All right, so the first verse. I'll tell you what I did last night. I
Uh-huh.
came home, say around 2:45.
Okay, let's break that down. What's a quarter to 3? 2:45?
2:45.
This is AM? Or is it? I
Last
never
night,
do
I'll
on
tell you
me
what I did last
in the
night.
daytime.
You never beat your dick in the daytime? Oh, you so novice. You're a novice. Now I beat my dick in the My girl be like, she be like, move, get out of me. And I'll be like, okay, I'll show you. And take a shower in the back. You gonna quit playing. Go quit playing.
Oh my God.
My girl a heavy sleepy. She be like, oh, that's nasty. And she go right back to sleep and gotta wash that shit out.
I Okay. So yes, 2:45 a.m.
Okay.
Still so high, hypnotized, in a trance from this body. So buttery and tantalizing. You would have thought I needed help from this feeling that I felt. So shook, I had to catch my breath. Ooh. So the chorus. Oops, there goes my shirt up over my head. Oh my. Oops, there goes my skirt dropping to my feet. Oh my. Ooh, some kind of touch caressing my face. Oh my. Ooh, I'm turning red. Who could this be?
You know exactly what it is.
You know what I'm saying?
So, second verse. I tried to avoid, but this thing was happening.
She didn't want to do it.
Swallow my pride.
Oh, she wanted.
Let it ride and party. But this body was like mine.
So,
it was her.
I looked over to the left, a reflection of myself. That's why I couldn't catch my breath.
Ooh. Yeah. Excuse me. This was about black empowerment. What the fuck is black empowerment in that? That's finger banging 101, ladies and gentlemen. The fuck?
I don't understand how that's got to do with being dark.
There's key words in there that I heard that was, you know, what you say about pride?
She had to swallow her
She had to
pride.
swallow her. Why would she have to swallow her pride?
Like she's by herself at this point.
Yeah,
I don't understand.
I ain't never said, oh my
Why is
God.
her skirt coming down? And her shirt going over her head?
Because she taking her clothes off the finger bangers.
So
But
it's
now
like,
if she's saying it's just about being proud of being black and who you are.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Right.
She was lying.
Right.
Because it's either she's finger banging herself or her roommate that looks similar to her is taking her clothes off to finger bang her herself. Like, so either way, it's either you finger banging yourself or you having a lesbian escapade. What do you want to do, Tweet?
or okay, so let's do this. Let's see from where she's coming from. How could it relate? Can we come up with a
What is
situation where this is relatable?
Like, how can she
to the
justify?
lyrics.
Yeah, how is she?
What is it in the lyrics?
She's admiring herself
She didn't.
in the mirror of her skin, and she's touching her skin, and she's admiring.
She feels so good about her skin. She decides to pop. That's what that's about. When it's all said and done, that's what that's about. Ooh, ooh. Excuse me. Oops, my finger fell in my pussy.
Is that what she's saying? Oops.
Oops.
Yeah.
Oops. My finger fell in my pussy.
Come on. Why was it called oops?
Because her finger fell in her pussy.
Yeah.
Because it was clearly about environment. And then all of a sudden, I just started fucking myself. Clearly, this was about women standing up for themselves in a culture. And then all of a sudden, she slipped and her fucking fingers fell in her vagina.
Now, I will say this. One could argue that this is a female empowerment song because the fact that you're making a song about female masturbation is empowerment.
Yeah.
So you could argue that.
That's true.
But
still don't.
Missy was saying, nah, man.
So I think Missy, we haven't seen Missy in a long time. Since she's been doing some self-reflection. She's changed a lot.
Wait, hold on. This comment says she swallowed her pride till she took the batteries out of her baby's toys.
You made me spit on my fruit snack.
No, I'm talking on fruit snack.
Damn.
Wow. That could be extremely right, though. That could be extremely right.
Swallow her pride.
Swallow her pride.
Where that damn truck at?
She took the batteries out the tow truck.
You gotta swallow your pride.
And she let that shit ride.
I get it.
All I'm saying is, that whole thing about empowerment I said this a couple episodes when Megan Thee Stallion said that shit. Stop making that shit what the song is when the lyrics don't match. You know, because the lyrics are gonna kill you. Like I said, my nigga Sibo, he went to jail because his lyrics matched the fucking murder case.
Mm.
So he couldn't turn around and be like, nah, that was just about black people being aware of what was going on. No, that shit hit him fucking a time in the penitentiary. So disrespect what you said. Respect what you said in the song and let it ride. If motherfuckers don't like it, then they don't like it. But if it makes you a fucking $1 million, it makes you $1 million. It is what it is.
I don't know what Missy thought, but I know Tweet. When she wrote the song,
She was saying, I'm popping that pussy.
She know what she meant.
For real.
She thought she meant something else. Let's hear from Tweet.
Tweet said she was popping that pussy.
We heard what she said.
Yeah, she said, oops,
Oh my.
Oops. Oh.
Oops. My skin
Look
is
to my left, who could this be?
My skin is beautiful.
Oh
Like,
man. She looked in the mirror, she seen how fine she was. She said, I'm so fine. I'm gonna stick these 2 fingers in this pussy and play with it.
Now what's debatable is if she used fingers or if she used the dildo.
She never explained it.
No, she did. She didn't go into details.
But she did explain that she fucked somebody or something. At the end of the day, she busted a nut in this song.
So
she
let's
couldn't
let
catch her breath.
bridge.
Yeah.
You can't breathe while you busting.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh my.
Oh.
So let's go to the bridge. I look over to the left. I was looking so good, I couldn't reject myself. I looked over to the left. I was feeling so good, I had to touch myself. Look over to the left, looking at my thighs, butter pecan brown. I looked over to the left,
brown
coming out of my shirt, and then my skirt came down.
The skirt came down.
Yeah.
Either she was fucking herself or Missy came in like a coach and did the same shit. Like Missy came in and finger banged that pussy. Because everybody know Missy kind of gay too.
Yeah.
I don't say anything.
I just know after the song dropped, all the vibrators sold out of Cirilla.
Yeah, exactly. Like you want to say this about black empowerment. It sold so many vibrators of many different colors. Of many different colors. It wasn't only black vibrators sold. It was pink ones, green ones, purple ones, the white ones. It was so many vibrators sold because of this song, Tweet. So just embrace it for what it is.
He said,
We in a black empowerment type of, it's a way.
It was these 2 fingers. These 2 fingers right here. These 2. You know how these 2 fingers work. If you use a third one or you try to use the pinky, it can work. But depending on how your bitch is. But you know, it was these right here, my nigga.
I cannot. But
Ooh, oh my. I got little hands too, so if you say anything about my Trump hands, win. I will find you. I will find you. And then I will laugh with you. Because my hands little as fuck.
So yeah, this was in the shade room, and of course the comments in the shade room was like you're lying, quit capping.
Yes.
So yeah,
You lying like a motherfucker, bitch. Why'd you do that?
Yeah, but it was good. It was good content, good conversation, but nobody believes it.
Like, come on, man. Who cares?
He said, I have a tear. Yeah, nobody believes it. So, yeah. But the song is like almost 20 years old.
That's what I'm like. Who cares? Like,
it went back trending. So,
why do you want to make? Why would you change that? I don't understand. Why would you try to do that to like? Well, I just want to do black empowerment. Like black empowerment don't mean you banging yourself at 2 in the morning. Like I've never got caught jacking off on my girl and was like, I'm doing this for my people. Like what the fuck? Like I'm doing this for the world because you don't like to be woke up at 2 in the morning. Because you be talking about you a heavy sleeper. Like this is for my people. Never done that. If not on her motherfucking ass cheek, it just is what it is.
I can't.
You seen a black fist?
Like, I just don't understand that. I just can't go with that. I can't.
I don't think anybody bought it.
Yeah. Missy got that airbrush photo and she thinks the shit. You know what I'm saying? She got that airbrush photo where that turkey neck don't pop up. Bitch, you damn near 50. You got a turkey neck.
I cannot.
Like, you lost so much weight. You know you got a turkey neck. She be really acting like she don't. She knows she got that squabble neck pop. But all them pictures that she posts.
She probably had surgery.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Because that's the only turkey neck.
Yeah, I would think so.
But you was 300 pounder hit maker.
Easy.
And then, like whatever the fuck, but her face looked real small on them pictures.
Yes.
So I'm like, if your face that small, there's got to be a whole ass dick coming down from your chin to your chest. That's a man dick right there. So I wonder if she keep it up as a mural or something like this. Look, this is
what how she was in the
night. Yeah, that turkey neck dick. Like, just put it on. She just put it up like, yeah, that's what I could have. Like if I didn't make no money. But she make enough money to just put it up and display.
Yeah, look at me now.
Yeah.
So, I feel like that is a good button. Yeah. So to conclude, I want to thank JB and Shonda again for coming out.
Oh yeah, for sure. Come back, y'all. Come back.
Definitely.
Hey, got more fruit snacks. I need some more cookies.
This nigga turned 7 midway through this whole conversation. We grabbed fruit snacks and cookies. This nigga has not had a rebuttal for anything else. Except do you got some milk? You can look at this. We gonna edit this. This nigga has said nothing after this except you got some milk. This nigga is 7 right now.
All right. Well, guys, thanks again for coming. Thanks again for watching. And this is the Issue Talk episode 9.
Exactly.
Guys, episode 10.
Ashley just popped in for a minute.
Well, she's
All right, this is what we're gonna do next week.